What's up, my awkward teens? How y'all doing? Welcome in, Fizzy, Drynog, and Wazzy. How are you all doing? Hope you've had a lovely day so far. I have been, it's been okay. I've been very warm a lot of the day, and I've had to clean my oven out because I cooked a burger and it smoked so much that it hurt my eyes. It was very bad. Mid to late 50s, thank you very much. Not while we're playing this game, you're not. This game is dragging you back to your teenage years, whether you like it or not, Fizz. I'm sorry to say. Time for Crab. You can't escape it. How's the sound balance? I did some rejigging and repoking. Because last stream, I could barely hear any alerts that went off. And that's kind of a shame. So I want to make sure I'm nice and audible as things go. And Teddy, welcome in. How you doing? I don't know that I welcomed you. I think I may have read your thing, but then not. So, the pebs in the bag. No one has to go. Okay. So just hang on. Don't. Just stay cool. Just stay cool. We don't. No one needs to go. It's fine. We're all chill here. Just take the pebs and go. Okay. I don't want any trouble. Please. Just. Welcome in, Tony. How you doing? Get your peps. Right. So last time, what happened last time? All of it. It all just kind of kicked off. We are Mara Whitefish. Your work, disgusting, vile, crude. How dare you? Ravine, welcome in. How you doing? I'm just trying to remember what all happened last time. So we went through Mara's spring season, during which she learned that her only real life friend had had sex, and that left Mara feeling adrift in all of her teenage feelings. Gross. We remember those. It was a bad time. We learned that she is a very online young lady, and it was recently chatting with an old friend of hers called Staggle online, and things were just sort of ramping up there. They both confessed to one another that they liked one another, and then Mara's brother took the internet away from her because she accidentally implied / stated to someone in town that their family was struggling for money, and her older brother Timothy was doing fucking nothing to help, because it's true, he was doing next to nothing to help. Well, he's selling gold on Ultima. I don't know if that's at all a viable financial strategy, but it doesn't seem to be helping them much. Well, then Rebecca did a super good job on her avatar. Well, thank you. I put a lot of work into it. Joke's on you, I never had any friends that good. They would have told me if they had sex. I mean, I'll be honest, any friends that I did have, I was fine not knowing whether or not they'd had sex. I'm just like, you know what? Fucking whatever. Just, like, I've got exams. I'm too busy being a goody two-shoes. Leave me alone. Right. Now it's summer, and we have been told to go and just fucking do something with the time, because we're not allowed in here once Simon's boyfriend Mitch turns up, which he does every summer. One fun thing we can do, you may recall last time, back in spring, we bought an egg sandwich. It's still here. It's still here. Let's have a munch of it, shall we? Gurgling with hunger, you quickly devour the first half of your egg sandwich. You save the second half in hopes of cheaping out on your next lunch. Now, if I may provide my admittedly quite limited knowledge on nutrition, don't eat egg sandwiches that you've had in your backpack for 3 months. like Mara doesn't need to worry about food poisoning. You most certainly do. Call it the 2 seasons. Ravine. You want to know the best bit? We still got half the sandwich left. And you'll see what happens with that half. Assuming I remember to do it, which I probably will. Right, we asked Simon if we could use his internet to talk to Staggle, to maybe get his real-life address so we could write him letters, since we can no longer send him instant messages. The couch feels sturdy and firm, assembled with quality in mind. It is very uncomfortable on the back and ass. That's the fucking worst. Who designs it? Who makes a seat that is bad to sit on? Who buys those? Dickheads, that's who. Creakily, you navigate Simon's decrepit laptop to his latest installation of AOL. It's about 2 full versions old, but it'll do the trick. You enter your login information. If you don't wash them eggs last a lot longer than people think. That's still within the shell. I think that's the main thing, Ravine. I think, like, I would be dubious about using an egg at all that had been hanging out in my backpack for 2 months. But I think since it's already been cooked and is on bread, I think if nothing else, the bread's going to be pretty bad by that point. Especially since it's just wrapped in, like, grease paper, I think. Not even, like, cling film. I don't think cling film would, like, help it, like, save it, but I think it's not. I think it would maybe have a better shot than grease paper. Creakily, you navigate Simon's decrepit laptop to the last installation of AOL. It's about 2 full versions old, but it'll do the trick. You enter your login information. Oh, you get those dial-up noises. Wow, that didn't dial up for nearly as long as I expected. Bread is another food that famously, bread is famous for always being edible, no matter how long you leave it in your backpack. I'm just saying. Staggle is online. Hey, you. PT! Oh, how nice it is to drop the pretense that you're online for any reason but to talk to each other. Finally, you can be yourself. Back in the 90s, vacuum sealing was the hot new thing, so that's how they sold all the sandwiches in the US. I'm dubious of that one, Ravane. I am, at absolute best, going to humor you and nod and smile politely. Sorry I haven't logged in for a while. I'm using my neighbor's computer because mine is still broken. Okay, so you haven't told Staggle the whole truth. You're feeling kind of paranoid about ratting on Timothy after the last blow-up. Besides, you'd rather spend your precious few minutes with Staggle talking about other things. That sucks. I really missed you. I'm glad you're here now. Smiley face. Me too. I wish... Oh? We were swimming in my pool! Mara, this is not your pool. You do not own a pool. This is Simon's pool. Mara, don't lie. Don't start a relationship with lies. It's a bad foundation. I wish too. Is it hot where you are? Yes. The wind by the beach kind of cools everything off. Sounds amazing. It is. Sort of. There's nothing to hide behind either. Oh no. Aw, PT. Why would someone like you need to hide? Oh. Oh no. Are we gonna be subjected to teenage flirting now? Oh no. Let me just drink this water. I do have wine nearby if I wanted to really really stop the suffering. Well, there goes a knife. I'm good at things. Shut up. You can't prove I'm a klutz just because I'm always dropping things. You do not own a pool, Mara. You own a patch of dirt, and that's your mother's too. And you stole the dirt. Oh, plenty of reasons. I'm shy about my body. I'm sure you don't need to be. Well, thank you. But I am. People can be really mean. I know. Plus, nobody here likes the same things as me, so I kind of hide that too. Maybe they do like the same things, and you just don't know it. Is this an internet conversation? This is an internet conversation. She is not, in actual reality, talking to some kind of a stag man swimming in a pool. But I think this is a more interesting visual than just having her sat at the computer the entire time. She stole the dirt from Hitler's forest, so that's morally okay. Yeah, exactly. Famously Hitler's forest, as we all know. It's only the most likely option that would come from trying to go to the woods on your own. Okay, I understand. I am paying attention. Don't worry too much about paying attention, Fizzy, but because you always have the VOD if needs be. But yes, if you do get lost, generally speaking, this game isn't supernatural, or is it? Let's find out. Anytime I try to talk about those things, when I start to name them out loud, they just sound so stupid. I start to hate them. Sometimes it's better to type it out, whisper it where nobody can hear. You always have the VODs, or at least for 2 weeks. Yeah, for the next 2 weeks or so. I get that. I do. Thank you for the boop, Ravane. Yep, I can definitely hear those. Ow. But your life is so cool. Living by the sea, that's so rare, you know? I guess so. I never think about it. It's just normal for me. Well, trust me, anyone would love to be where you are. Becca, welcome in. How you doing? Ravane grumpy. Why are you saying no? I feel like I may have said Ravane, thank you for the sound alert. Because I can't read. It's my deepest shame. I never learned how to read. Ravane not boop. Rebecca not read. Rebecca. Anyway. I'm tired. Well, feel free to take a load off here, where we're going to re-explore teenage feelings. Oh no! The least relaxing thing one could possibly do. I'm doing pretty good, thanks, Becca. I'm excited to share this game with y'all. Oh no. Yeah, I was gonna do Paper Mario tonight, but part of me also wants to make sure, like, I kind of want to do the entirety of Perfect Tides before the sequel Kickstarter runs out. Let me just throw out the Kickstarter link again. Partially because then I don't have to worry about making a new layout. But you know, also I think it just makes sense. How are you reading the text for this game if you can't read? I have, you know, like in all those sort of comedy films or whatever, when someone has a date with someone and they're really awkward and worried about how it's going to turn out and whatever, and one of their friends sits nearby and they've got like a device in their ear and they're feeding them lines through. Someone's doing that, but with the game, and they get really annoyed at me every time I go on a tangent, but it's my stream, so you know what? Fucking Leslie, go fuck yourself. No, you go fuck yourself, Leslie. I'm paying you by the hour. You should be pleased. You should like the rambling. Yeah, you hadn't considered that, had you? Yeah, shut you up. Fucking Leslie. My name's not even Leslie. I win. Shut up, Leslie. Your name is Leslie now. I'm sorry, Leslie. I don't make the rules. I think I can hear. Can I hear shouting children? Nope. Nope. There they go. They are shouting. I don't know if you can hear them. Google, welcome in. How are you doing? How's your Wednesday? It's Wednesday. What did I walk in on? You walked in on teenage horniness. Leslie, go shut up the children. Please, take them. Leslie, take them out. You have the shot. This is Mara talking to... So Mara is the girl talking to her online boyfriend? Friend? Who even knows? Staggle, whom she envisions as this handsome stag man. But this is just an online conversation with some other internet nerd. But she's picturing it more like this, because she's a horny teenager. It'd be better if you were here. I know. God damn it, it's nighttime already? How does this keep happening? Why did the nights happen so quickly? Wednesday's going good. Work was hell yeah, I love to hear it. I think about that a lot. Me too. On the 4th of July, they light up the whole sky with fireworks. The beach is filled with people. It sounds wonderful. It's the time of year I feel loneliest. No one to see it with. No one like you. Don't know his name. Mara, please. I'm sorry, but I can't talk long. Oh, okay. I was thinking. Yeah? Maybe I could write you a letter? If you give me your address? A long pause. Have you possibly overstepped some boundary? He's a stag man. Wait a sec. A long pause. Have you possibly overstepped some boundary? Is this furry? Is this one of them furry games? It's not. It's not that. Rob, welcome in. How are you doing? Staggle is very much an anthropomorphized animal in all of his appearances. Sure, I'd love to get a letter from you. That'd be so cute. Moments later, his address appears before you. A few things suddenly occur to you. He lives in the United States, in Pennsylvania. This is news to you. You've never asked. He neglects to include his real name, which, again, for the first time, you're realizing you've never asked about. Thank you for the quote, Ravine. Just got home. Yeah, we're doing... well, I'm doing all right. I won't speak for all of chat, but on the whole, people seem to be kind of tired, maybe, but mostly okay, I think. Is this the right time to ask? A furry? Never. Could you imagine? Could you imagine furries in this community? Never. You're not sure. Asking for his name would mean revealing your own. Got it. Let me write this down. Ah, now you're obliged to do a Pennsylvanian accent for him. Do I know what that sounds like? No, yeah, I've already been doing one. Just couldn't you tell? That was very clearly a Pennsylvanian accent I was giving him. You quickly jot down Staggle's address on a piece of paper, which you then pocket. I'll write you this week, and hopefully be back online soon. I can't wait. Hugs. Hugs. Fucking kids. Kids out here internet hugging. It's gross. I wouldn't stand for it. This is a good Christian stream. We would be sending it to the Bible verses and nothing else. Damn, I just thought of the perfect stream title for you. Welcome in, Tam. Sick fuck. Welcome in, Tam, you sick fuck. How are you doing? I'm angry. Ooh, that's a history right there.
Don't talk about my early Christian internet experiences, Plaza.
Plaza. Dumb and angry, thank you so much. For subscribing for 12 months, holy shit. Internet hugging, how lewd. So lewd. I'm doing it's too warm, help, I'm gonna die. I'm very warm. And I thought it might just be because my kitchen was on fire earlier. Not literally, but it felt like it was close. I think it's just warm, well, warmish and humid. And it sucks. I don't like it. A whole dang year, I know. Who does that? Who follows me for a year? That's gay. I have gone mad. I have gone mad with the warmth. Hey, me too. It's all humid. Like, Tony, welcome in. How are you doing? Did you try wrapping to your kitchen? I did not. You know what? Maybe that was my mistake. To be fair, the kitchen didn't give me any wrapping prompts. Like the oven was never like talking about how it was full of smoke, so I could never be like, you are full of smoke. You know, nothing like that was going on. When you say not literally, do you mean there wasn't fire, or that the fire just didn't encompass the whole kitchen? There wasn't a fire, but when I opened the oven, enough smoke came out that my eyes started stinging. It was hard to breathe, and I had to leave the room for a not inconsiderable amount of time. And then when I went back in, it all kicked off again. So my kitchen, my oven is, I'm currently leaving it to soak with some baking soda, or bicarbonate of soda and vinegar, and hoping that next time I turn it on, it won't try to murder me. Ideally. Close. It's pretty close to a fire. Not gonna lie, it was very concerning. I am fine. Don't worry about it. I'm like, as far as I can see, no damage has been done to anything. I'd prefer if you didn't get. I'd prefer it. Obviously, we'd all prefer not to get murdered, but we can't all be so picky. Anyway, you log off. Oh, she blushing. Right, so do we have Staggle's address now then? Hell yeah. Piece of paper with Staggle's address hastily jotted down on it. I would prefer if we could be... Oh, you're one of those idealists, are you? I choose to believe that Meredith Gran is in here hearing this story. It's entirely possible. She saw the last one, and I was so fucking excited by that. But also, if not, that's also fine. She's got a lot of things to be doing right now. Not limited to, but including making the sequel to this game, hopefully, maybe, or planning it. Furiously jotting down notes for the sequel. Yeah, so what are your notes so far, Yvain? I know you've got... There should be the option to bludgeon someone with the wagon. Right. I don't remember what we do with this. I guess we want to write him a note, but I don't know how. Who's Meredith Gran? Meredith Gran is... Well, I don't know who Meredith Gran is. That's none of my business. Meredith Gran is the lead developer and artist of this game. Katie, guten Abend, bitches. Guten Abend to you too, bitch. How the fuck are you doing? I hope you are doing fantastically. Casey, have I ever recommended this game to you? Because I think you should play it, and also it will destroy you. She did a brilliant comic called Octopus. I've heard. I want to check it out, but I have yet to get my brain in gear to actually fucking do it. But after playing this game, I do want to give it a read. Biche is just French for deer. Oh, thank you to whichever mod let that message through. Following Meredith Gran for like 10 years. Wow. Did you know that she made a game called Perfect Tides and it destroys you? Because you may think you remember your teenage years, but until you play the game, you do not remember your teenage years. Yes, but I'm broke. Blech. Well, then play it vicariously through me and witness the horrors. Alternative. Maybe some schemes will happen. So many painful internet. Oh my god. Just saying. Recognize Octopus Pie. I think it's the thing my ex is into. Potentially. I don't remember the last 2 years. So there's, I think of one's teenage years, the only ones worth remembering are the ones where you're getting close to the end. You're just like, you know what? I'm nearly out of it. Let's just ride the wave, get through this, never talk about it again to anyone. It's a patch of healthy soil collected from the woods. It contains a variety of well-rotted organic materials, making it ideal for plant life, as well as a decent amount of sand for drainage. Jesus, this art is gorgeous. It's so good, right? I adore it. And it captures the sort of fairly early point-and-click game aesthetic that I love better than I think any game since that aesthetic was just the standard. And I just love it. I don't think anything a few years ago isn't meaningfully you anyway. I do think anything a few years ago isn't meaningfully you. We are all always constantly shifting, like tides in the ocean. Wait, is that why? Can it be? It's summertime, but Timothy isn't on the console or watching TV. The game controller sits unused and beckoning on the floor. Telling a bartender or barista to choose your drink for you is only asking for trouble. Well, potentially. But maybe you can... I went to a bar not too long ago where one of the options was just trust the bartender. They'll make you something. Only rule is you have to pay for it and you can't refuse it. You can't ask what's in it and you can't refuse it once they've made it for you. And it was good. It tasted like Jammy Dodgers. Actually, they are just obliged to pick the most expensive. The price of the cocktail was fixed. And like, I don't know if this was the standard, but the bartender I had asked me a couple of questions like, okay, what do you like? Or like, what do you like and what do you not like? So I said like, I like vodka, but I don't like gin, say. And yeah, she made me something that I liked. And I was like, oh, this is fun. I love it. It was cool. The bar was also, it had a big old statue of Lenin on the outside. It was quite a time. If you ask the waiter for wine recommendation, I mean, yes, they're gonna tell you. Weirdly, they always think the third most expensive bottle they have is what's just perfect for you. I know, it's so weird. I'm just saying, you can just get Jam Shed. It's real nice. Yeah, Lenin Bar. Lenin Bar ver Belfast here. I can't remember what it was called. I'll try and remember. A shed full of jam. It's good. You open the door to the shed, you hop on in, and just munch as much as you can. Anyway, the game controller sits unused, beckoning on the floor. Do you want to play some videoed game? I don't remember if this advances things past what I'd want them to be, so let's make a save just to be safe. Let's check out. Well, first let's check out how our Peapods are doing, because we left them in there back in spring. Finally dried out. No, I want to read a book. I mean, you could feel free to read a book, Tam. I'm not gonna stop you reading books if you wanna. You Collect the dried pods from the cookie sheet. After harvesting the seeds within, you discard the shells. Hell yes. We are geniuses of gardening. Let me just double check our little plant guide. Peas. Plant in spring or late summer. Fresh peas do not last long. Okay, let's plant them now? I don't think it's late summer, but we only have like so many days in summer, so... Trying, but I've got the brain zoomies. Well, read a fast book then. You just gotta read a book that keeps up with your brain speed. You create a shallow opening in the soil and drop in the seeds. Filling the hole, you pat the area gently. Now you wait. Still just trying to remember what you do with stack dress. Anyway, let's play a video game. You decide to use this time to power through the pivotal cutscene of Pure Fantasia 6. A game you have never finished. You've already been spoiled to what happens and you've been avoiding it because you know it will upset you. Dev is so angry with me. I've crossed a barrier here. I've joked about books. Didn't pre-soak the PCs to enhance germination shaking, but damn, I'm so I don't. People are always so judgmental. I'm trying to get by as best I can. It's never good enough for you, is it? Anyway, you've already been spoiled. You know it'll upset you. But maybe it's time to clear out the cache of last year's pursuits. This year, you're gonna get hot, make friends, and take full control of your life. Oh yeah, we were planning to try and get hot in time for summer, even though it's already summer. Pre-soaking is for biche. You joketh abouteth ye books. Jail for ye, jail for ye. Ravane, do remember that Tam has mod powers in my channels. So if you keep this up, you are scanning for a banning, my friend. There you go. Oh dear. Guys, we've got big emotions coming up. We can't be tomfooling in the chat. Memories of the story flood back as you open your save file. These characters, this world, all that is at stake are suddenly of great concern to you again. I love this sequence so much. It's so good. Athenia, practitioner of magic, daughter of the ancients. She is the last of her kind. Hi. No! Athenia, no! You knew it was coming, and yet you weren't prepared. Is there really no way to save her? Is this the end of her story? Eris? Never heard of her. No one ever understood her. Even as a child, they knew she was strange, yet her talents were undeniable. It's just so tragic. She died before ever reaching her full potential. She died before she could experience love. What are you doing? I was just walking through. You were hovering over me. You did it on purpose.
Cat crying.
Cat crying. You're vain. I fell off my chair when this happened. I've never played Final Fantasy VII. I mean, what was this? Something Fantasia 6? But it's been spoiled enough for me that I don't know that it would have the same impact if I did. Mara, if you can't play those games without getting mad. I was fine until he showed up. I wish I knew where your anger comes from. What are you so mad about? Your existence! That's funny, since I was here first. Yeah, you've had much longer to be annoying, you sack of crap. I'll show you. Can't you please keep the peace? He stands there and judges me. He tries to embarrass me. Don't you see it? He's taking an interest in your life. He says he's worried about you. Worried? Worried? He's torturing me. I wouldn't have... I wouldn't even leave my room again and turn off my internet. Well, maybe you should leave your room. You're on the computer so much, you never see other people. There are people on the internet, Mom. Mom! You don't know anything about those people. I know a lot about them, and they know me a hell of a lot better than anyone here does. Oh, she grumping. Yeah, Mom. Oh my God, I mean, that I'm telling you, Katie. I think this game might destroy you. I don't think you mean that. You have no idea. Oh, she's so grumpy. For the longest time, you've played this game with the world. You mean Fantasia 6? Mara, this won't make sense now, but your mom desperately needs you to touch grass. You just don't get Tumblr, Mum! You wait for someone, anyone, to notice how miserable you are. You wait for someone to be sorry. You wait for someone to coax you out of the state you're in, with a kind word or a loving touch. You click out of the game, because you're a damn klutz. You can't... You know what, in my defense, I can't see where the mouse is on this screen. I can, like, if I move out of the screen, I can see my mouse again, but moving into it, it just disappears. Oof. Oof. That sums up the game very well. You wait for someone to be the person you matter to. You wait to suffer any malady, any injury, any drug dependence, criminal offense, or suicide attempt. Anything that might awaken the world to how bad you feel inside. I'm wincing so hard right now. No one cares. I do. I feel like that should have had like a ghost voice on it. But I think the only ghost voices I have set up at the moment... I suppose I have maybe... This one's not super appropriate, but I do. It's either that or I do. And that's just a weird ghost. Furries? Staggle? God? Staggle is God, and God is a fairy, yeah. What's not to understand? Dear God. I do. Hey, you mentioned earlier about drug addictions. I can sort you out. Dear God. You feel a rush of poetic vulnerability. It is time to write a letter to Staggle. Yes, this is certainly the best frame of mind to be in to write a letter to someone that you kind of almost somewhat know on the internet. Yes, Mara, this is the time. Dear Staggle. Just hitting me with the option right away, are we? Let's party! God is a friend. Yeah. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Now, what is true to the character? Because she is feeling real shit right now. But does her awkwardness overwrite that, or does it enhance it? Therein lies the rub. And I don't know if this dialogue choice matters. Because some of them do. Some of them affect your affinity with specific characters. And I don't want to necessarily mess up the thing of being able to show off a lot of the scenes by being bad at the game. I don't know, that's Meredith Grant. I'm not gonna... If Meredith Grant is here, I'm not gonna bother her to be like, hey, can you tell me how to play your game? Can you remind me everything of how it works? I don't remember. C.S. Lewis already established... Yeah, exactly. The furry god canon. It shoots furry gods. 15, 16-year-old would want to put up a casual front, but I also remember just being so dramatic. I think that's the thing. I feel like her brain would be going, yes, Let him know the pain deep inside your soul. Let him know every facet of your torment, the last burning nerves in your soul. But it would also be like, but I can't let people know. Could you imagine people knowing? Let's start off casual. The thought of picking the second option makes me physically cringe, so pick that. I'm so torn. Because, like, if we start with that, we can't... It's easier for us to ramp up later than it is for us to ramp back down. It's like, I miss you so very much. So, how's school? What's up? How's the weather in Pennsylvania? Here by the water, it's sunny and cool. Perfect, really. Don't let yourself be peer pressured into the bad ending. I mean, I am also tempted, though, just to, like, have this be a pseudo chat playthrough. And it'd be like, let's go with what chat chooses as the options. But I do want to be able to show you guys the scenes. Anyway, I'm just sitting by the water with my notebook. It's a little breezy, so I have to hold the pages down while I write. I dream about your touch. That's too much. That is most certainly too much. You ever tried Jones Soda? That's maybe not enough. It's not about ramping up or down. It's about teenage empathy cream. Jones Soda. Jones Soda. Jones Soda. I'll be honest, I'm particularly loving Katie's reactions. She's like, fuck me running. What is happening? I am not gonna ask him about his dussy. You can't make me. Embrace complete sincerity. Compromise. I dream about Jones Soda. Have you ever tried your touch? No, that's a bad question. Cannot relate to oversharing online. How are you doing? Let's ask about Jones Soda. You know what? I do feel a sense of, like, duty here to rein in Mara's nonsense. At least a little bit where I can. Cannot relate to writing a letter. Have you ever tried Jones Soda? It's a lot sweeter than Coke and even Pepsi. The other day I tried the blue one, which is generally my favorite color flavor. It's not as good as the orange one, but they're both my new favorites. I've been writing a lot lately. Without the internet, it's the only thing to do on my computer. I don't play a lot of games because it's old. Hopefully I can post some of it soon. How's everything on the forum? Are you wrapping up Exodus Genesis yet? It's my favorite story of yours. I can't wait to go back and read everything. I long to feel your hooves on my body. Trample me. You're feeling pretty satisfied with the length of this letter. Time to wrap it up, eh? Give my life beating. No. My favorite soda flavor is Blue Potion. Yeah. Option 3. Option 3. I'm not gonna lie, I am sorely tempted by option 3. Just because I think there is a part of me that thinks to be like, no, I can't write that. Fucking hell. I have my limits. Jesus. You know what? Now that I've seen all of the options, I feel like maybe I should have started with I miss you so damn much. Because that was the least buck wild. No limits for sad teenage girls. You know what? Let's find out. I think I'm falling in love with you. I've never felt this way before. I hope it's okay to say that. I'm just head over heels and I can't help it. Yeah, sure enough. 3 is way less cringe than 2. I can't remember what 2. Oh, you give my life me. Yeah, I think it's differently cringe, for sure. I think, yeah, I do agree though. I think it's if I was the recipient of a letter that said you give my life meaning, I would feel much more put on the spot. Someone saying, I think I'm falling in love with you. Excuse me. Just found out they brought back the turkey and gravy soda for Thanksgiving last year, and I want to scrum it. Turkey. Who would do such a thing? It's awful. That's a crime. Nah, telling people that you love them isn't cringe, no matter what teenagers might tell you. I don't know. Because, like, online relationships, sure, that's fine. I just don't know how long she's known him. Because also they've only just started, like, they only just said they like each other, like, a month ago? It feels like a jump. You quickly rewrite the letter as impersonally as possible and pocket your new draft. I can't help but feel like we got a bad one there. It maybe is when you've known a dear online for 5 minutes. I mean, there's history we don't necessarily know, but at the same time, she still doesn't know his name. A month ago is a long time when you're 15. Snorri, welcome in. How you doing? It's a jump, but it's extremely a 15-year-old ass jump to make. That is true. Dear only lives. Oh my god, we need to let him know before he dies. He's on death's door. We must let him know. Oh my god. I don't know if I want to try rewriting that one. The letter you wrote for Staggle. It sure is. Can we look at it again? Because I know you can get like a reaction from her where she says like, yeah, that seems like a good balance. A bit vulnerable without going too far or anything, but I don't know, all of the vulnerable options felt a little far. No, you know what? We live with our mistakes. Oh, hey, Lily. How you doing? What's up, Mara? You quickly tidy up your hair and rub any remaining tears out of your eyes. You don't want Lily to know you've been off crying somewhere. Just walking around. What about you guys? I don't see any guys around here. Grandma, you know you can say guys to anyone now. It's kind of like dude. This 21st century language is too much for me. I just might go postal over here. Now you're getting it. She wants to peggle staggle. I dare not imagine. Your exhaustion from joining a conversation already in progress has blinded you to your initial task. Do you have a reason to be at the post office? Well, we have a letter. Do we have any stamps? Do we need a stamp? Or can we just get them here? We don't have an envelope. I actually have a letter. No problem, kiddo. Where's it going? You gingerly hand Lily's grandma Staggle's address. What's the recipient's name? Who's it for, honey? It's kind him. Mara's being weird again. It's alright. You need a stamp? Oh, I guess so, but my treat. Just need to write out the addresses. Can I write out the envelope, please? Suit yourself. Damn it, Shaggle Staggle is right there. Perfect. I'll make sure it gets there. Have no fear. So, Mara, Lily was just telling me about the camera crew on the beach. Huh? Mara, it's MTV. They're shooting TRL on Perfect Tides this week. What? You wouldn't call Total Request Live your favorite show, but it's definitely the one you watch most. Every day is a new chance for viewers to vote for the top 10 music videos in America. Day by day, the list generally includes the same mix of boy bands, rappers, divas, new metal, and pop punk bands with almost no variation. The show is filmed live in front of screaming teenagers every day, and that makes it a vital, living thing. Most importantly, I hope she opens the letter with Dear Stack. But they're setting up now. Want to go down there and try to get it on camera? Yes. Should we make a sign? We totally need to make a sign. Grandma, do you have any poster board? Let me see what's in here. Of course, she'd be absolutely fawning over him. You did this last time, as I recall. If I remember correctly, you were doing this exact same set of jokes last time. And I love it. No plain paper, but I can give you a couple of flat rate mailers if that helps. Do you have something to draw with? Yeah, I've got some markers. Perfect. Thanks, Miss Peters. You're welcome. And Lily? I'll scream if a perv follows me. And I won't let anyone pass me drugs. Or alcohol. Have fun, girls. Ready to be famous, Mara? Let's go. She's all doe-eyed. You know what? You guys don't deserve a stream. I'm ending it here. You've done enough. This is too much. I quit. No. Okay. Right. Oh. Miss Peters fell asleep for a second there. Bye. Okay. I just got here and didn't see anything. Didn't see the hot steamy deer action. Man, look at all these people. As is common in the summer, patrons at Billy's are spilling out from the bar and into the nearby dunes. The boys are all about the beer. Look at what you did. I didn't even ask what time it is. Can we talk to random people? So impressed with everyone here. How's that? The way you all pretend to enjoy drinking beer day in, day out, despite how gross it tastes? Very convincing. But it tastes great. I like it a lot. Oh, my mistake. Of course you do. Wink. I'm with Mara on this one. Beer's fucking gross. You know, I adore the puns. But you know that a pun has been well received when the other person dies on the inside. Like, the more they shrivel up and turn to dust, the better they've received the pun. That's how it goes. That's the pun economy. Drinking beer, huh? Okay, you're gonna have to try harder than that, Mara. You're particularly nervous about butting in on the locals. In dismay you might inspire will follow you into the cold seasons. Yeah, that's a fair shout. You guys look like you're having fun. We are, thanks. Oh shit, I did not expect you to respond. Almost nobody does. Sorry to scare you. It's alright. More of a thrilling type of scare than anything. Like riding the Medusa at Six Flags. Mm-hmm. I'm usually scared to ride the upside-down coasters, but that one is brand new, so statistically nobody's died on it yet. So that seems like the best one to ride if you're gonna take the chance. Oops. Looks like you're talking to another silent NPC. Devastating. But she just talked to me. You must be mistaken. What the hell? Fighting with her inner dialogue. Man. We all know that feeling, I'm sure. You can sometimes find cigarettes under this porch, you know, and they're only half smoked. The man forced a sympathetic half smile before returning to their conversation. Mara, I know I'm making you talk to these people, but also, oh my god, stop talking to these people. Spooky. Oh, where the fuck did you all come from? I mean, you know what? On reflection, probably on these boats. But I'm just saying, we only barely... There's a little Mara in the trees now. Help, I'm stuck up here. Help! Can I... Okay, I was going to see if suddenly the post office was full of people as well. Hey, it's Rob. Kind of looks a bit like Rob. Busy, eh? No time to just let the day wash over you? When he doesn't respond, you start to worry if you're coming off as a jerk, which quickly spirals into a circular elimination of whether you're living life wrong, and by extension, wasting every minute of your life. You better go make something of yourself and quick. Too real. Too real. What am I doing that? It looks like you're waiting for someone. Maybe you're waiting for this person. Ah, summer, huh? The man quickly nods in assent before returning to his work. Moo. Yep. Is that guy on the left wearing an IWW? I don't know what IWW is. I feel like I should. Meredith Grant just stole my inner monologue. This sounds like Katie. If you don't know about this game, you need to play it. Also, this lady's got a crab shirt on. Just saying. Repping the brand. This couple seems deeply engaged in conversation. You don't want to interrupt. Oh, you need to know about your shirts! I think the shirt just says crab on it. Possibly crib. Maybe Creo. Hard to say for sure. You look like a local. A little noisy this time of year for reading, no? The man nearly jumps out of his seat at the shrill horror of your voice. Rude. Sorry. Hey, see you next Tuesday. Love the name. The couple, who are deep into an argument, do not turn or acknowledge you. Of course, the phrase no longer makes sense as much as a cryptic insult. Makes no sense as a cryptic insult. Now it's just a run-of-the-mill pun. Which is good anyway, since you wouldn't want to label yourself a cunt. Who'd spend a boatload of money on something that makes them look stupid? Well, you've said your piece. International workers of the world, industrial workers of the world. Industrial feels like it would make more sense, considering of the world already covers the international bit, but I can't say for sure. I am turning inside out. That's how this game gets you. It takes your outsides, puts them on the insides, takes your insides, puts them on the outsides. Just like being a teenager again. Did you know there are over 30 major vegetation types or subtypes on the island? The advancement of classification and recording systems have allowed researchers to double their findings in just a few decades. Zora seems mildly interested by this factoid, but you find that past the initial high of their attention, you're left unsatisfied. A career in listener-supported talk radio may not be in the cards for you. Turns to dust. We're all just dust now. I feel seen, and I wish I didn't. Just like being a teenager. That's how this game works. This house is empty. When you were little, Lily told you this was the former home of Crazy Barbara, a wild-haired, child-murdering vagrant who haunted your nightmares for years. In hindsight, you've never heard an adult talk about Crazy Barbara. Wouldn't a serial child killer be on the news? Why did nobody but the children seem to know? Excuse me, that's the wrong use of the factoid, word factoid, Mara, unless you want to imply you just made it up while we are being pedants. Anyway, you still walk really fast past the house. It would be cute if, like, while you're on this little bit, your walk speed increased. I don't know that AGS would let you do that, though. You dare not lay a finger on Crazy Barbara's property. What if you leave a trace of blood, skin, or hair and she collects your DNA? What if her lawn has motion-activated sensors and she runs out naked and covered in hair, piercing your eardrums with her screams? What if she's put a chemical fertilizer down? These are all equally possible. Mara knows what's up. Mara understands how everything is a threat at all times. This is the gate to Lily's house. Can we go inside? Mara, where are you going? TRL isn't filming at my house, you know. You don't know. Maybe they moved locations. Can't stay on the beach all day, surely. Get sunburn. I know they're on the beach, but I want to find more fun secrets. For example, I'm going to take this screwdriver. I'm sure the workers won't need it. Think I accidentally skipped past any potential dialogue, but you know what? It's probably not too big a deal. Don't worry about it. I'm going to see if Jackson has anything fun to say. Also, these two people. Swimming on the bayside isn't recommended. It's pretty murky and full of boats. Plus, way too many people would see you. Mara, dear, how's your summer? Fine. Big crowd here this season. Isn't that always the way? I remember when you were 6, maybe 7. Upset about something that day, and, do I want to hear this story? Picking your nose, and, I don't! Abort! Abort! Everyone was laughing. I mean, everyone. You couldn't even see your face through. We like to party. We like to party. Oh, Mara, you poor sweet baby. Oh, I don't remember this funky little house being down here, but presumably it was. Hey, Jackson, you hear about TRL filming on the island?
I'm the one who tipped off Lily.
Oh, well, why aren't you down there? Yeah, take a break and join us. Maybe we'll see someone famous.
That boy band stuff isn't really my thing.
Boy band stuff? That's only half of it. Is Korn a boy band? Yeah, is Crazy Town a boy band? Is Limp Bizkit a boy band? Is Disturbed a boy band?
Yeah, those are all boy bands.
You need to get with the culture, man. Yeah, don't let the working world rot your brain.
Thanks for the advice, girls.
Hell yeah, Jackson. He just does not give a shit. Okay, let's check out. Hello, fellas. A group of men are drinking and posing by the Perfect Tides Property Owners Association sign. This is an uncommon sight. The sign has achieved an infamous status over the years as a reminder of local resistance to the island's changing demographic. Now that the population is mostly gay, the implicit message is hard to take seriously. Still, your own feeling about the sign and its touristic appeal has changed. It's not just a mundane joke among locals. People travel from far and wide just to laugh in the face of the sign, to witness the depleted power of its cruelty. It's occurred to you lately that you'd go just about anywhere to do the same thing. If such a place exists in space and time, a place where the sum of your being is welcome, correct, then surely you must spend your life looking for it. Mara, I'm not equipped for these thoughts today. You've been instructed for many years not to talk to adult tourists, especially ones who are clearly drunk. And though your fear of abduction has diminished in recent years, a fear of talking to people who are clearly having fun without you has sprouted in its place. Ah, that's how they get you. Oh, I get it. Is Mara being bullied here because she's straight? No. But that does manage to cover what I was trying to find last time I came and found that sign. I was like, I know there's something about how this island is basically just entirely gay now. And it was there. It was in a different season. What's up, dingus? Your eyes skim Mikey's usual selection of junk, seeing nothing of... Ah, what's this? Billy Blank's Tybo Gold for men and women over 40. You briefly consider whether a workout for adults over 40 would actually work on you. According to the box, the key difference seems to be a soundtrack of music from the 50s and 60s. You're pretty sure you'd be accepting of that for the right price. Heterophobia is real. You know what? You guys have had it too good for too long. Now it's our turn to do the oppressing. As everyone knows, the gay only come out during summer. Yeah, everyone knows that summer is the gay season. We booked it in advance. And so no, you can't complain about scheduling conflict. Fucking straights, man, I'm telling you. Why am I melting? I thought it was... No, autumn is also the gay season. On reflection, all the seasons are the gay seasons. Everyone else just needs to deal with that. Heterophobia is real and it's very funny. How much for the Tybo tape?
Oh, you're a fan of blanks? It's quite a collector's item in this tape. Can't find them in stores.
I could probably find it on eBay.
Look, Mara, you're a creative kid. Find me something of equal value and the tape's yours.
Well, it'll be as valuable as Tybo Gold.
It's up to you to find out, isn't it? I beat it. I have customers other than you in the summer.
Where?
Beat it!
I don't wanna. I am perfectly willing to let straight people have summer. I am not using it. You know what? Mood. Checking out merchandise? I think...
Mara, get the fuck out of here!
Sheesh, give me a chance to make a bad impression on my own. I just don't foresee a whole lot of success with the whole talking to adult men at the bar thing. Probably a good shout. Oh, look at this. Look at this cool customer. A lone smoker is standing outside Barbie's bar. For a moment, you consider asking the smoker for a cigarette, but a tapestry of paranoia drawing an exquisite path of information back to your mother is quickly woven into your mind. Hang on, I just want to take a sec to appreciate that wonderful imagery. A tapestry of paranoia drawing an exquisite path of information back to your mother is quickly woven in your mind. That is evocative as hell. Holy shit, I love that. Autumn is the true gay season. That's the one where we thrive. Autumn and winter. And you know what? I'm just saying, let's just take all of them. Who's gonna tell us not to? What's your favorite flavor? Mine's vanilla. Vanilla is fucking good. I will not stand here and let people slander vanilla. A good vanilla? Fuck yeah. Only proper winters, not the warm rain month we got last year. You bother the ice cream boys for that? The ice cream boys. Look at this guy. Look at his face. I sure do love my ice cream. I'm surprised you didn't know this ice cream building has been in business since the mid-century. No? Not at all? Well, somebody's done their homework. So, how do you like Perfect Tide so far? Question for chat. How do you like Perfect Tide so far? Do you like it enough to maybe, for example, back the Kickstarter for the sequel? I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep shilling for this Kickstarter, because I want the sequel, damn it! I want to know. I want to play it so bad. Anyway. The perfect seems misleading. Oh, ain't that always the way, though? Tell me one thing that's perfect. Tell me one thing that's perfect and describes itself as such. Before we go too far. Pie. Pie is variable at best. Like, some pies are really good. Some pies are fucking meh. And you can do pies badly. You can burn a pie. You can undercook a pie. I might kick in $5 because Octopus Pie was incredibly important to me, and this game hurts me, yeah. Don't you want the chance to get hurt by it again? I'm just saying. It's just the funniest thing that came to mind, I admit it. Well, you should have put more thought into it, Snow Ray. I'm looking for data here, not jokes. Nah, I'm looking for both. The man shrugs as if to say, yeah, I was hooked by the promise of dramatic views and non-stop adventure, but it's actually quite boring and exasperating so far. Yeah, that's what they all say. I imagine. It can only be the thing it is. The man shrugs again as if to say, glad to hear you're coming to terms with that. Extremely meta. Seeing that it's only halfway with 2 weeks to go, I really hope it succeeds, but I'm worried. Alas, I know, that's why I'm keeping shilling for it, because I'm like, please? Please somehow let this take off? Welcome to town. The tourists smirk as if their red carpet has long since been rolled out. And they'd be right, the local economy dearly depends on their patronage. I missed the first stream, but I did watch that. I just got to say the VTubers absolutely wonderful. Thank you. I'm very proud of it. I had a lot of fun making it. Because I love the art style. I was like when I first played the game, I wasn't sure if I had the courage to play the game. But I was like, oh, but I really want to make an avatar in the style though. I really love it. Oh, well, you're a very clever being. Get out of here. You're not allowed to compliment me on my own stream. That's gross. You're cool not touching that. But what if? The door to the nightclub is locked. God damn it. I want to go to the nightclub. Hey Lily, are you sick of hanging out with me yet? We've gone literally everywhere else. Okay, bye. Tony, no. I'm sorry. What say you, Kickstarter backers / patrons who gave enough money to be in the game? I remember back when a lot of those houses on the bay were built. I think it was in 1990 when I was 6 years old. That actually gets a big reaction from adults. Good day to you. It's really creative. I love how your students aren't overly complicated to look at, but thank you. Yeah, it's I am very good at having an idea for something and then like pushing my brain to be like, okay, but what's the maximum thing I could possibly do with this? Like with this, it was like, okay, so I've drawn myself in the style, but what if I also set up a way that I can make it talk when I talk, and also I can have it have various different facial expressions, and what if, and I'm just like, please, please, Rebecca, your brain needs help. You need to stop doing this. Because if I do keep letting it run, these streams are going to become nonsense. Back in the Hitlerwoods. For anyone who doesn't know, the Hitlerwoods. Let's see. Oh no, we can't do it right now because Lily's with us. You and Lily have more important things to do than wander into the Hitlerwoods. Get over to the show. If you want an explanation of the Hitlerwoods, you may have to check out the last VOD. I'll try to come back when Mara on her own again, but I don't know if she is as scared of the woods in future seasons. Because I know that this is the season that you go into the woods at one point. But I don't know if that has an impact on whether you can go into it again. Didn't finish the last VOD, but didn't think I'd missed something that important. I mean, to be fair, it may have sort of washed over you a bit, because it wasn't like it's not like it's actually the Hitlerwoods. Essentially, the long and short of it is Mara's justification for not going into the woods is that it's entirely plausible that Hitler might have survived and be looking for opportunities to murder people every now and then by hiding out in the woods. It's sort of internet conspiracy theory nonsense brought into real life, because that's how her brain do. Same sort of thing with Crazy Barbara. Your lights have had a staggering increase in complexities. So the other day, because I'm a massive narcissist, I was looking at some of my old Celeste VODs, and I did have the thought, like, hey, if I play Celeste again, I can get my little character's head to be moving, much in the same way it's doing now. So, like, I'm just saying. It wasn't good, but compared to, I'll use the World of Horror layout for Oberdin because they're both kind of pixely. I'm just saying. My Oberdin layout didn't end up being that different to my World of Horror one though in the end. My World of Horror one, I've had like several thoughts of as well. I was like, I could animate her talking. They don't talk in the game, but I could change that. Or I could also make it so that if my character drops below X amount of health in the game, they'd take some physical damage. So I could draw myself having taken some physical damage. It's like, Rebecca, it's fine. Stop it. Stop your stupid brain. But also don't, because it is very fun. I do find it very satisfying. Anyway, let's talk to these dweebs. Check, 1, 2. You get no feedback. You don't have to turn yourself into the Doom UI. The World of Horror style. That was, I think, the first one, like, I copied the art style and I was like, wow, I actually surprised myself with how well it went. Just at this point. It's gonna get to that point, I swear. It is gonna get to the point where I just have to develop a small engine just for my little character art on the game. Question, why did you not make yourself a deer fairy avatar? Well, I've not used my special new extra button yet where I show off the final emotion I have, which is deer. No, that's a lie. Why did I not make myself a deer fairy avatar? You know, Katie, I don't think I intend to, but the fact that you brought it up as a possibility, I'm like, I could though, couldn't I? I could, just as a goof. It's like, no, Rebecca, please stop. You're only gonna do this, like, stream this game like 2 more times after today. What are you doing? It's really, oh my god. I'm just like, look, I wouldn't be against you guys drawing me as a deer. If the mood took you. It would be kawaii as shit. It would be very kawaii, I'm sure. Ugh. It's a very high effort goof. That's the thing. It would be so much effort for a response that would just be like, haha, so cool. And then we'd never think about it again. How goes the times? Welcome in, Summer College. How are you doing? We've not emotioned too much. I've mostly been going around. Well, actually, no, we have emotioned a bit. We got Staggle's home address because Timothy shut off our internet. We played the very emotional death scene from Fantasia 6. I can't remember the first word. Which led to a bit of a spat at home. So we wrote a somewhat emotional letter to Staggle, which was mostly not actually that emotional in the end. And now we're here trying to get on MTV. The only emotion allowed is jokes. It's not like I'd request to be drawn as a deer, baka. I just feel dirty for having said that. But you know, you'll have fully animated skits like I'll be honest, I think I tuned into like 2 Cardboard Cowboy streams. I just looked at them and just like, I am so scared right now. Another person who does crazy stuff is Jordan Rasco. You guys seen her stuff whenever there's like a hype train? That's just bonkers. How does she do that? I need to never find out, or I will spend the rest of my life working on that and nothing else. Anyway, speaking of working on one thing and nothing else, I'm not playing the game anymore. I'm just talking about nonsense. You're Tanya, right? Try as you might to be annoying, the VJ doesn't acknowledge your presence at all. Pure chaos. What kind of EQ is that? The AV guy blinks in your direction and returns to his work. Cool. Let's talk to this dinghead. Dinghead? That's a word. Are you,
Huh?
when you start filming?
How did you girls find about this?
We live on the island. My neighbor who runs the ferry said you were here. Great. Where the hell is the security team? We won't tell anyone. We just want to be on camera. I can't believe kids live on this island. I didn't think anyone lived here. Tanya, I talked to you at a taping in the city in March. Do you remember me? No.
What's it like growing up in gay Disneyland?
I don't know. Kind of boring. Are we talking like Demi Lovato style chaos here? I don't know. It's my entire video game out of bit donations. It's so much. It's so good, but also how? How?
I was asking you. What do you do for fun around here, Angel? Ugh.
Mostly just hang out on the beach. Try to get on TV with my friend here.
Ugh. Ugh. This guy.
Bad vibes.
Well, the beach is off limits to minors.
Come on. Look, girls, come back in 30 minutes with a really good sign and maybe we'll put you on, okay? All right. Is Carson here? Are there any special guests? Bye, girls. All right, we need to make the best sign in history. Got it. Let's go over to the helipad so we can spread our supplies out. Right. When I was first playing this game, for whatever reason, I assumed this guy was a background character, and I did not talk to him, and I spent like a solid half hour just trying to find out how to progress. Oh, hey, it's Simon. How you doing, bud? Hey, Simon. Why are you sitting here?
Who's waiting for someone?
Mind if we work on our sign here on the deck?
No, but I suggest you hurry.
Where's Fred Durst on the beach? Simon says we should hurry. I'm sure she heard. Well, duh. The show's about to start. Let's do this. More like Fred Wurst. Do you have anything to color with? As a matter of fact, I've got a few glitter markers. Fuck yes! This'll be amazing! Oh, yeah. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. We draw Carson Daly and NSYNC. The whole band? Well, Bye 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 is going to be the #1 video, right? Definitely. But it'll take us forever to draw all 5 of them. Okay, how about we just draw Justin? Why only Justin? What kind of question is that, Mara? Forget it. Wow, that looks just like him. Thanks. Your Justin's not bad either. I like to start with the hair and work my way down. Having them one up, one down like that is going to be a bit confusing for filming, but sure. This sign is the bomb. Yes, I agree. Well put, my dear associate. You pick up the sign. Time to get famous. I wonder if we could swim around the security line. Oh. Oh, it's all kicking off now. Somehow this helicopter just feels very off. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, hello, sir. A pleasure to meet you. You're here, I can't believe it.
Good to see you, Simon.
Mitch, have you met Mara or Lily? They live here.
Nice to meet you. You year-rounders are crazy, you know that?
So we've been told. Do you own that helicopter?
Good lord, no. I'm not made of money.
Well, most people take the ferry. Are you tired? Want to go anywhere?
Yeah, I want to go home and have a freaking drink.
Sounds great. Let's go. Look at him waddle away. See you later, girls. And remember, Mara. Yeah, no pool. Bye. No pool tit. Hug your sexy dear boyfriend in.
I'm not made of money, but my bank account is.
Wow, Simon's dating him? What a snob. I wonder if he'd let us ride in the helicopter. Mara, focus! The show's about to start. Ah, right. I don't know quite what it is, but this helicopter is very humongous entertainment, in my opinion. Very like Putt-Putt or Freddy Fish. Steal the helicopter, kids. It's too late. It got away from us during a cutscene. So rude when they do that. Stop us doing the cool shit by putting it in a cutscene. Let me steal a helicopter. I wanna do a well I was gonna do that, but now that I've done that. This game. It's wrong to be attracted to a pixel man, because hello. You can be attracted to any pixel man you want. I'm not gonna stop you. Someone set up a tent here. It's a pretty fancy one. You wouldn't dare touch another person's tent. You'd be unhappy enough to touch one of your own. But what if there's cool snacks inside? It is, in fact, illegal to be attracted to pixels.
Very sexy. Stay like that.
Like this?
No, you idiot, like you were before.
Sorry.
Do I have to come out there and show you?
Yeesh. Real good energy on this guy. Sure, love the prospect of having to talk to him again. Excuse me. Camera guy doesn't acknowledge you, busy as he is with his current subject. Well, what if we show him this? It is Fred Durst. Excuse me. We have a sign.
What?
Remember from before? Tanya promised we could be on TV if we came back with a sign.
Kids, no, I don't. It doesn't sound like Tanya at all.
Can you please film us? We worked really hard on this.
I guess I can cut you. We're just going around shooting incidentals.
All right.
Wait a minute. First, I want to know what you're doing after dark, Angel.
Ew, 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 ew. No good. No good. Bad vibes. What a creep. Me?
There's a party tonight in the private section of the beach. I think you'd really like the scene. Lots of TV people.
Can I bring Mara?
Sorry, just you.
Your stomach drops hearing the words you already knew were true. You are, by default, undesirable. That's okay. I gotta be back home anyway. You're like, oh yeah, but it's a softball bat instead of a newspaper.
Give me your number.
I don't have a cell phone. When I met you on the beach. Lily does, in fact, have a beeper. You wonder why she didn't offer that.
Okay, meet me here at 8:30 and we'll have a blast.
Is 10:30 okay? I want to make sure my parents are asleep before I sneak out.
10:30's great.
Hey!
Give it a rest. Why don't you girls stand with the water in the background, like you're stuck between a camera and the ends of the earth?
It's MTV! Hey! We made it on! And then there's butts. Mara? Uh-huh. This is the greatest achievement of our lives. Without a doubt. Ramen hair era Justin. You suddenly realize you and Lily have spent the whole day together. You used to do this all the time. Now, with Lily's life full of friends and extracurriculars, it is rare. Boob! Could you imagine a boob in this game? You think about how low you felt earlier today, like there was no one in real life who cared for you at all. You never want this day to end. You probably have to get ready for that party, huh? Party? With the TV guy? The guy you said you'd meet on the beach? What? Mara, I wasn't serious about that. You weren't? That guy's so old, he's practically on death's door. Don't make me puke. Well, what do you want to do then? I often imagine a boob. Hang on, let me try. Now that's a good time. Oh, thank God. Yeah, Lily's a smart girl. Well, what do you want to do then? Have you ever been to the campsite in the wilderness? The one past Hitler's Woods? I don't think so. There's no the registration for tonight. Sorry. Just seeing Tony get to the part of the pod. Just reminded me of that of Prince clip. It's just like Sean's talking about all of his achievements in public. She's like, yeah, well, I've got boss tits. Prince's so funny. She's great. I need more water. Gross. Okay. I'm gonna get to the end of this bit of dialogue, and then I think I'll take a little bit of a break so I can refill my water. And so you guys can have a break as well. It's a fucking great achievement. I envy her it. There's no one in the registration book for tonight. Wanna go? Are you sure we should be going into the woods? I know the way. Let's go, Mara. Your fear of the woods temporarily offset by the thrill of making this night last. Screw your courage to the sticking place and let Lily guide you. Okay. I think there may actually be quite a long scene here. So, I also regularly remember that now I'm just a huge pair of tits. I keep forgetting that, so every time I get reminded, I'm like, oh, I need to start using that. Just like- it's just somehow such a good phrase for. And now I look like such a fool. Now I've got nothing. It's just, now I'm just a huge pair of tits. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break for like 5-10 minutes, not too long. Gonna refill my water, have a bit of a stretch. Purin, funny as fuck. She should put that in her Twitch partner application. Yeah, take this chance to have a break yourselves. Have a snack, have a drink, take any meds you've not taken yet that you need to, have a bit of a stretch, have a bit of a break from your screens. Look after your meat vessels, you damn fools, or else I will end you personally. I'll fucking do it. I'm watching you. See you in a bit. And I'm back. Are you back? Did you take a break? I hope you did. I'm glad to hear Tam filled her bottle with iced Cuban. Right, let's go into the woods in the middle of the night. This is fine. Taking you a few seconds break from looking at the screen. It's good. You should do it more. I should do it more often, to be honest. I'm very bad at it. But it does feel nice. I'm front. Dare disrespect me like this. Right. Let's see. Well, so when you said you let Lily guide you, you were speaking metaphorically, were you, Mara? Was that kind of a metaphor? Because she's definitely still following you. Also, there is no sound. I think that's intentional, but it is a little eerie. Ah, some kind of night in the woods. I heard Draynog say that they want to play that one, and I want to see them play Night in the Woods. But also, I kind of want to stream Night in the Woods because I do want to draw myself in that style. But I could just draw myself in that style and not stream Night in the Woods, I suppose. Also possible to do. Or I could draw Draynog. Ooh. Now there's thoughts. Now there's thoughts. Absolutely good. Uh-oh. Lily, you've taken us to the void again. Are paying me money? We could see about you paying me money, or maybe I just do it because I want to do it anyway. No, you both should do it. Ooh, interesting. We're gonna get to the point though where I end up streaming every game that Draynog plays as well though, because I also want to stream Omori sometime. I want to do the Hikikomori route, what they didn't do, and is very different, but only towards the end. Most of the game is very similar. So you know the way? Yeah, Mara, I told you I do. I believe you now. I just can't see anything. I've done this a million times. You don't have to see. It's a good thing there's not, like, a lot of vegetation and roots underfoot that we have to be afraid of tripping over or anything. Oh no, do I have to draw? Ooh, interesting. I'd love to see you draw me in Night in the Woods style. You both should play it, but also though, it's all just sand. It's a very weird forest. You just have to be sure. Sure. You have to be sure. Booyah! Private campsite of our elves. We do a Soul Link Night in the Woods. If we could find a way. What about the tent? It's abandoned. Nobody's used it for months. This is amazing. I can't believe we have this place all to ourselves. All the tourists are at the rentals and hotels. This place is pretty much unused till late summer. Is that a devil's stick? Want to smoke? Sure. You find to your surprise that the smoke burns less than you remember. Its heat and aroma are almost pleasant. But you also didn't really inhale this time. You just held the smoke in your cheek. Maybe that's the trick. A sense of awe and relief comes over you. You see the way your prayers were answered today in a moment of need. You were so sad, and now, here you are. An artist, someone's long-distance girlfriend, an expert negotiator, a TV star, smoking on the beach with your best friend. It's as if you've been given a reason to live. I'm sure nothing is going to go wrong. Mara? Yes, Lily? I'm going away with my family for the rest of the summer. I just found out today. My parents are thinking of moving upstate where my half-brother lives. They were going to wait till I finished high school, but we're probably going to look for a house on this trip. My parents want to return our home on Perfect Tides into a rental property. It's really fucking stupid. Are you upset? You find you're unable to meet Lily's eyes. You can't stop the acid bubbling inside of you. Nothing can go wrong. The word perfect is in the title. You know. You gotta go, I guess. I'm gonna miss seeing you this summer, and I'd really miss you if I didn't come back. Perfect conversation for a childhood cigarette. You might not even come back? I don't know yet. Here, Mara, pass the cigarette back. Don't waste it. Well, I guess it's goodbye then. Please, don't be mad. This is already really hard for me, okay? Oh, you'll be fine, Lily. You have no trouble making friends. Do you think it's easy for me to uproot my life? My parents dragged me kicking and screaming to my first day of school here. You think Ashley and Christina were nice to me at the beginning of high school? I had to work hard to win their friendship. Good for you. Hey, don't walk away from me. I'm not responsible for whether you have friends or not. Oh, so you're saying I have no friends? You're saying that, you dumb bitch! Fuck you! Why didn't you have sex with Matt Reinwald last time? I'm sure he'd love something to remember you by. Sounds better than hanging out with a stinking cunt like you. At least I'm not a boobless hoe. At least I'm not ugly and annoying. Then why'd you ever hang out with me? Oh no, shit's fucked again. Once again, you'd like to die. Lily is gone. Simon is gone. There's no return to your internet life in sight. Yeesh. You have nothing. Teens, am I right? That was very rough. That was a lot. Morning, Timothy. Did you get a haircut? It looks good.
Nope,
You may have noticed how calm and collected I've been about the internet ban.
I haven't noticed.
That's because of how nice I've been. Anyway, I was wondering if
You're banned for the entire summer. I don't make the rules.
you 100% make the rules.
Want to extend your ban by a week? 2 weeks? I have no problem doing that.
No. Infuriating dance. Not only do you need to serve out this very unfair sentence, you also need to be as nice to Timothy as possible? You feel disgusted with yourself for even trying. I saw snacks in your drawings in the living room. Was Lily over last night? Yeah, everything alright? Forget it. Everything's fine. We've not just had our entire soul ripped from us in one fell swoop. We open the fridge and bask in its glow, like a lizard under a heat lamp. Hell yeah. Well, the only other thing we had going for us is trying to get hot for summer, so let's see about getting tie bow tape, I suppose. We need to find something good to trade for it. Ooh. We're getting some sprouting. That's pretty damn good. Let's see what's up this way. Oh. It's all kicking off at Simon's house. Dean? Mara? Holy shit. What are you doing on the island? Dean's eyes dart past you for a moment. He seems to be considering whether or not he wants to answer the question.
meeting some guys.
You kind of thought Dean might be gay. You didn't expect him to just tell you like that. Pretty much nobody at your school is out of the closet. You feel special that he'd admit such a thing to you. Maybe it's because you live on the island where such things are more freely expressed. Or maybe he just knows how little clout you have at school and isn't threatened by you. He is marginally higher on the social totem pole than you, being heavily involved in at least 3 clubs. Well, this is the place for it. Do you know Simon?
No, it's hot.
He lives in this house. That's why I asked.
You know the guy whose house this is? Excuse me, I'm burping. Can you take me inside?
Simon doesn't like me barging in on his parties.
Please, Mara. This house is so cool. I'd love you forever.
You contemplate the benefits of intruding on Simon's party. Dean is friends with a lot of smart kids who drive cars, go to the movies, and ostensibly perform oral sex on one another. You're also very curious to see Simon out of his element, being social with people other than you. Maybe just a quick peek? A quick peek inside. Quick peek inside.
Alright, you're the best.
Just a little sneaky look.
Oh my god. Mara, you're a miracle worker.
Glad to help. I better go before Simon...
Please just stay a little longer to walk me around. I don't know anyone else here.
Thank you, Ravane. What assumption that Simon is social? A quick peek and seek. I don't know.
Alright, I'm begging you. I came all the way here just for this.
I find it hard to dismiss Dean's enthusiasm. The least you could do is hang out a little while. Oh, alright, but if Simon gets mad, we'll have to leave. Let's talk to some randos. Pretty funny I'm the only girl here, huh?
I guess that's sort of funny. You Mitch's niece or something?
No, I'm friends with Simon.
Oh, Simon, the little one.
Mitch's assistant, yeah. Duh, it's his house. Anyway, me and Simon mostly hang out in here in the cold season. But he lets me swim here sometimes, too.
Sounds fun. Well, thanks for all the info about you and some guy at this party named Simon.
No problem. Oh, Mara. Again, I know I'm the one making you talk to these people, but... you also have no qualms doing so, apparently. You are being ignored. Just, you know what? They're just not even letting me now. It's just like, no, you've done enough. Party gays. Are you friends with Simon?
No, I only met him today. I work for Mitch's publisher.
Oh, publisher. Well, Simon's a really good writer.
What's he written?
He's got this one short story that's like the saddest thing I've ever read. And he has another one that's like super fucked up. And he's been working on this novel for like forever. But he keeps deleting chapters and starting over.
Generally, I like to see a finished manuscript.
I'm a writer too, actually. Hearing this, the man's icy expression seems to soften a bit. He hands you a business card, which is instantly lost in the black chaos of your pocket, because we didn't want you to think that there was a lead to follow on this. It's just getting banished to pocket space.
Drop me an email if you ever want advice. Nice to meet you,
Mara Whitefish.
Mara Whitefish. Great party. I'm networking with teens.
Huh?
Nothing.
Took a dip in the pool, huh?
Yep.
Don't mind me, I'm just going around meeting Simon's friends.
Never heard of him. That's the twink with the dewy hair, right?
You've never noticed Simon as a twink, nor that his hair is dewy.
Oh, right. I saw him with Mitch before. Something going on there?
They're boyfriends, obviously.
You know that for a fact?
If
you're not sure, you probably shouldn't say it. It's hard enough for Mitch already being in the public eye.
Oh, I didn't realize. Sorry. You feel so dumb. Did you somehow get this wrong? Simon talks about Mitch all the time and they're staying together in his house. Clearly made assumptions. On the other hand, it's pretty rude that no one at this party even knows or cares who Simon is. What's the point of hosting a party if you can't make any friends? Oh, it's the boy! Hi, Simon.
Mara, my dear friend. Ugh. You're adorable, you know that? I just want to put you in my pocket.
Surprised that Simon is happy to see you here. Almost as surprised as you are to see him this jovial at all, under any circumstance.
I'm Dean.
Yeah, I know Dean from school.
work. We have collaborated in a student mentor sort of way. Isn't that nice? Thanks for looking out for little Mara here. I'll see you're on the right track. You guys help yourselves to whatever. No drinks to you though, kid. Alright. I just want what's best for you. Such a sweet thing. Okay, have fun. You know what they say about assumptions? They make an ass out of you and assumptions. He's cute. I'd tap that. Oh my god, there's a pool? And he's gone. Poor umptions. I've been made a fool of enough times. You okay there, Dean? You really look like you're going through it, buddy. How's it going so far? Looking amazing. Oh my god, Mara, everyone here's so cool. They've all got really interesting jobs and fancy apartments in the city and cool hobbies and... Dean has a moment of sobering reflection. God, high school is such a waste of time. Do the people here know you're in high school? What the fuck do you think? Lower your voice. You said high school, not me. Stop saying high school. What are you gonna do if they find out? What do you care? What do you care so much? Are you gonna rat me out? No, but suddenly feel foolish for saying that. I am definitely that kind of drunk. Love to tell everyone I love them. I think I'm, if I remember correctly, when I get very drunk, I'm mostly just very apologetic for how drunk I am. I think that's my main vibe. It's just, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You must hate me. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It's a great time. I definitely have a phase in there where I get very like huggy or very friendly, but like I definitely, when I get far enough, it's just apologizing, which is extremely on brand for me. I like how I'm talking about how I get when I drunk as I pour myself a glass of wine. It's true, I've seen the Monster Prom streams. I still do not dare to watch the Monster Camp VOD. I remember like 2 vague flashes. The only bit I really remember is me completely failing to read something and Tony having to take over. And I feel so bad. Oh. I got 50-50 odds of being the sorry drunk, or the obnoxious drunk, or the stealing hats drunk. Remind me not to wear any hats near you if we go out for a night out then, Tam. Oh yeah. Yeah, you remember that so fondly, I'm sure. I'm not still mortified. I'm not still terrified by a single thought of it. I think we need to do a Monster Camp stream sometime soon so that I can do it sober and so I can have memory of at least one Monster Camp stream where I wasn't just a complete mess the entire time. I just mostly don't say much and people say they can't tell how much I've had of it. I remember all MPs, and good for you. I forget, to be fair, I have forgotten most of them shortly after I've done them, but that isn't always entirely down to alcohol, because we've done 1 or 2 of them where I've not had anything to drink, basically, and I still don't remember anything that happened. It's just ghosts. I'm just like, oh, I don't remember what endings we got. Because I guess I just have too much fun with my friends. Monster Camp is so much hornier than Monster Prom. So much hornier and so much more verbose. Yeah, it is not even on the same level. Not even close to the same. Whereas Monster Road Trip, which only has a demo so far, is looking to be a lot less horny, which is nice. I really appreciate Bryn's attack of violent professions, how much they care about. That is very sweet. I do like that one. Anyway, speaking of feeling foolish, you suddenly feel very foolish for saying that. You think about how, for example, you pretended to be under 12 until pretty recently so your mom could pay half price for you at Ponderosa. Anyone feel like giving context on what Ponderosa is? Did they make it up? Surely it's something that must be at least somewhat relatable, right? It must be like a twist on something relatable, because otherwise, what does this mean?
Anyway, there are benefits to lying about such things. Oh, thank you, Tony. I do think I give pretty good hugs. I think I know the good amount of squeeze to give. Like, that feels enveloping but not, like, uncomfortable. I have practiced the science. On further reflection, you think about the times you've secretly enjoyed being the youngest person in our online community, and you wonder if it's the same for Dean. Is it a restaurant? Could be. Where would be cheaper to have someone under 12 with you? Chain steakhouse with a buffet. Okay, yeah, that seems appropriate. But obviously, it's different online. You can't quite put your finger on why, but it's different. You decide to leave Dean alone and keep a secret to yourself. I talk to these dweebs. As you wander deeper into the party and the beauty and spectacle of bodies intensifies, so too does your fear of being seen. You can't dream of talking to any of the men by the pool. You know what? That's probably just as well. I think similar to a carvery or whatever. Yeah, I think a carvery would be about right. There's a person, right? I can't be that. I want to say Maureen. Sorry, where's Maureen coming into this? I may have had streamer brain and forgotten everything that happened within a brief span of time. Because there's always lots of things to focus on. That's an Always Sunny character tab. Right. Okay. I don't know where we've got this discussion, but okay. I'm gonna take one of these books. You slowly and visibly put your hand on a book, slide it towards yourself, and take it away. You figure that was enough time for someone to see you and yell at you if it wasn't allowed. It's your book now. It's called Streamer Brain? I thought that's just my normal operating procedure. It's not exclusively streamer thing, but like it definitely happens a lot on streams because you've got a lot of different things to focus on at the same time. So really it's just divided focus, but I prefer to call it Streamer Brain personally. Makes me feel important. Can't use it. I can't throw the book into the pool. That's so disappointing. Nope. God damn it. Can I read it again? Okay, good. I was worried I'd accidentally skipped a fairly important little bit of dialogue. You open the book to a random page and read a few paragraphs. The writing is clear and straightforward, almost clinical at first glance. But the more you read, the more you recognize the delicacy of words. There is a fine and nimble structure, a cleverness of craft that surprises you. You have to admit you're impressed with Mitch's writing. It's clear that Simon has much to admire and perhaps to emulate in him. Speaking of accidentally skipping things, I'm gonna save, because that'll do. Alright, well now that we've stolen a book, let's get out of here. Floor to ceiling windows. Looks fancy inside as usual. Hands off the glass. Well, I just want to leave. Sure.
You're being unreasonable.
You always say that when I'm upset.
We're just having a nice time. Why do you have to be like this when everyone's here? Everyone's always here in your world. Do you have any idea how lonely this place can be? Nobody's keeping you here if you don't like it. You're free to go anytime. Fuck you. This isn't freedom. Alright then.
Well, that didn't seem fun. Mitch is in that nebulous middle-aged zone where you could be anywhere from 30 to 60 years old. You don't have enough data on adults to even guess. What up, you ding-dong? I don't trust Mitch. He's got permanent happy closed eyes. He's like that son of a bitch Brock. I never trusted him. Excuse me.
Yes?
There's no indication in Mitch's face that you've ever met him. Evidently, you're not that memorable. I just think Mitch seems to not give a shit about people. Sorry, hang on. I'm hanging on, Tam. Drinking some wine. Let me know. 30 as middle-aged? I mean, when you're 15. Yeah, probably. I found this book outside.
No problem.
I'm gonna set this fictional child on fire. It occurs to you right at this second that Mitch must be Mitch Lovett, the author of this book. Wow, duh. Thanks.
No problem. What did you think of it so far?
Now, I have over the last few days checked out little bits. So Meredith Gran did a live stream of herself playing this game, which has been saved on her YouTube channel. And I've been watching little sort of sneak peeks for reminders of puzzles and for insight into potential things I might have missed. And she revealed that the answer "it stinks" is a real good response, and reveals what a shithead Mitch is. So let's have a look, shall we? The only game in town, Tam. Frankly, I didn't like it.
Wow, kid, I admire your courage. What was your main critique?
Well,
Because the New York Times review of books seems to think it cements my place in the canon of the American thriller.
oh,
And at least 2 producers of New Line Cinema reject your view as well.
okay.
Do you know this kind of work? Do you know the kind of work it takes to be this prolific?
Yes, I'm a writer myself.
Really? Name 3 of your own books.
I'm not published.
Well, isn't that convenient? Let me know when you got your own name on a book, you absolute nothing.
I am 15, dude. Go fuck yourself. What a sack of shit. Why do you want to reveal what a shithead Mitch is? I'm just saying. He's such a shithead. Oh yeah, that paints a picture. Who was that horrible man? Mitch cannot hear you, and frankly that suits you since you're afraid to talk to him. But you've already gotten Mitch to sign your book. Must you annoy him further? Yes, I want this man to suffer as much as I can make him do. Very normal way to react to a small child not liking a book, Mr. Fragile Ego. What? I know, right? Such a sack of crap. Look at this! Looks like someone built a sandcastle. Pretty impressive one at that. Oh yeah. I do want to check one thing. Yeah, no, this picture's still the same. I don't know what it means. Mitch is a weenie. Before reaching 15, everyone should have published 3 books. Nobly brought us Mortal Kombat and Dumb and Dumber, like your book, whoopee. Oh, hey, look at these nerds. Hot enough for ya? Tell me about it. It's the middle of summer and the Earth's tilt towards the sun plus longer daylight hours makes it really hot. I hear that. I'd hope so. You already responded to me once, unless that's your response to everything. You're telling me. It's the most efficient way for me to communicate with you. Join the club. Okay, I think I might leave of my own volition this time. God, I love the dialogue in this game. At least he's hot. He's alright. But he's repulsive enough in his personality to turn me off. This guy has the kind of sly look that screams, "Don't speak to me!" You're dumb, but you haven't learned nothing. Wow, you got a sick setup here. Aw, thanks, aren't you sweet? My little cousin kind of looks like you. Really? Is she attractive? I wouldn't say attractive. She's only 12 after all. At your age, puberty hasn't given you much, except weird proportions and bad skin. But I'll even out in you're and she suddenly starts launching backwards through time. Dear God. Year or 2, you'll see. I'm 15. No, you're not. Shut up. Almost 16, actually. All right, move on. No one likes a child who lies. Oh, yeah. And his census and the Reader's New York review books are like an average of 60-year-olds and very white. Really? Astonishing. You're telling me that the most prolific people who are given the opportunity to demonstrate their work and publish it in whatever format are a male, roughly 60 years old and very white? Wow. That is a real shocker right there. I need a moment to process this. Whoa. Hang the fuck on. Sorry, I thought about a boob again. Don't type your password in chat. Hiya. Well, you spoke to him. It's worth a try. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can get the Hitler again. you're I love shit that's like memoirs of an unremarkable 48-year-old dude. To be fair, I read memoirs of an unremarkable 48-year-old dude. Surprisingly good. Very, very meta, very postmodern. We already talked to these people. Let's leave them be. Let's go into the woods. I want to see if I get the same dialogue as last time. Here we go. For anyone wondering why these are the Hitler Woods, hang on, Mara. Before you enter the wilderness, let's look at the facts. Public record indicates that Adolf Hitler died by suicide on April 13th, 1945. But there is mounting evidence in the information age that Hitler indeed survived the war and made his break to Argentina. That was 55 years ago, plenty of time to change his appearance and make the journey to New York, where a rustic life of isolation would suit him best. But no Nazi of Hitler's caliber could settle down forever. His appetite would demand the occasional slaying of an innocent Jew, one who rested comfortably on the assumption of his death. What better setting for this ritual than the covert dark of the woods? Of course, by now the Fuhrer would be over 100 years old. The oldest known person made it to 122, and even the frailest hand can fire a pistol, pierce skin with a knife, or administer a trusty vial of cyanide. All things considered, is looking at some trees still worth it to you? That's not Ravain's password. Everyone knows when you type your password, it comes up as asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Don't follow that advice. It is a lie. It is one of the oldest lies on the internet age, and I'm glad that we're spreading it around here again on these streams, where it's all about being in the early days of the internet, where everything was still a wild frontier, and it wasn't all just corporations telling you why you should be dissatisfied with everything in your life. And God, it's all just gone so badly wrong. Oh God! I'm fine. You're fine. Nothing, don't worry about it. The second oldest lie on the internet is that Hitler lives in that forest. I tried to post a link in joke. Hey! Take me to church. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Take me to church. Okay, how would you like this book, you idiot?
What's this?
The latest Mitchell Lovett book. Not even out yet.
A review copy? I see.
You hand it over. Mikey inspects the book.
I suppose I could sell this to some deranged individual on the fringes of society.
It's a best-selling author. It says so on the book.
What do you want for it?
The Tybo tape.
You drive a hard bargain, Mora. Book nobody's even heard of for a classic workout tape that's not available in stores. Ever see a small business fail?
You stand in silence, holding your ground. There is nothing else you want more than to get hot for the summer, and Mikey is the sole obstacle in your way. Give me the goddamn tape.
Alright, it's yours.
Hell yeah! We're so powerful! At long last, you hold truth in your hands. The golden goblet is yours. Everyone knows that your password should be your username plus the name of the website, so you can never forget it. Vintage Ron Hunter 2. You can't wait to take it home, slip it in the VCR, and claim the heart status you've been longing for. Not so fast. This is an autographed copy. That makes it extra valuable. Mikey roots through the book to see the autograph.
Best wishes, Mitch. I don't know you didn't write this in yourself. Do you have a certificate of authenticity? Authenticity? Do you have a certificate of authenticity?
No, but...
Well, that's pretty standard, Mara. You can't prove it, neither can I.
Threaten him with Tybo violence. Duly emboldened by your Tybo lifestyle, you see a possible advantage. What if I punch your lights out?
Okay. Please don't.
Mikey hands you an old crumpled bag of seeds. There's an illustration of a carrot in front, with grow instructions on the back.
You're into gardening, right?
My dad was.
Well, I encourage you to find some non-violent hobbies. Celebrate the value of life. My life, for example.
Crample. Seeds. Let's have a look. Delicious and easy to grow. A fine vegetable for beginners. For a full harvest, plant carrots in midsummer in loose sandy soil. We've got that. We have loose sandy soil. Yeah, let's go plant those then. Seed gang. Is there anything I've forgotten about? Is there anything I forgot? I'm gonna make all kinds of saves. You can't stop me. Let's see if Jackson's here. Oh! Like, that's not a jump scare, and yet somehow it legitimately kind of got me. Are you okay there, sir? Hello? Where's Jackson?
He's not here right now.
I can see that. Where is he?
I'm just not sure how much of his life I'm privileged to disclose.
That's okay.
But I think he's had to be at Tim's house for like the next 2 hours or something.
Tim? You mean my brother? So my house?
Oh god, I've said way too much.
I think it's fine. Probably would have found out just by going home.
Oh, I see.
So you've actually been quite helpful.
Great. That's what I'm here for. Please let me know if I can be that helpful again.
I doubt I'll have another question exactly like that, so...
Oh, alright. Sorry.
That's a very specific interaction. You vaguely recognize this guy as a friend of Jackson's. You're pretty sure he lives on the mainland, but frequents? Frequents? I can't remember how you say it when it's a verb. I feel like it's frequents, but the island. He's marked by a sense of timidity that you find charming and approachable. Thanks, bud. Bye. Thanks for backing the Kickstarter. I'm gonna get a new wagon. None of these wagons belong to you. What are you gonna do? Enjoy a stolen wagon in plain sight? Make it over so it can't be recognized? Your daily life is already a constant source of fear, and you're not even sure what you've done. You know what? That's fair. What's the frequency, Krebeth? I don't understand. To be fair, this is apparently how I show up to people. Sometimes I'm odd quiet. I find that a lot as well. It's happened a lot in my life that, like, I have just fully casually walked into a room while someone was, like, cooking or something. And just said, hi, and they go, Jesus! I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not Jesus. I don't know why you keep mistaking me for him. It's like, I guess apparently I walk very quietly? Which I find surprising, because I am pretty damn big on the whole. And clumsy as fuck. I don't know what it is. But apparently I just walk quiet. Maybe because I'm always so terrified of being a burden to others. Oh no, the wine's making me speak truths about myself. The wine combined with the game is making me terrible. No, it's making me great. I'm perfect. Light-footed, like, yeah, that's the thing. I just, I walk across the water that we have in our house. Let's plant some plant seeds now. Yeah, it did say that. Plant in summer? Yes. Plant in spring? Well, no, that's peas. Plant carrots in midsummer in loose sandy soil. Again, we only have like 4 days across the summer, so it doesn't really matter if it's mid or late. As far as I'm aware. You gently sprinkle out the carrot seeds, doing your best to space them by an inch or two. You cover them lightly with soil. Nice. Now you wait. Oh, we'd have those holes to reduce dry. Your guts invert. Why does Timothy have to be here with his friends now? Why now?
Hey, Mara.
You can't speak, not even to Jackson. Timothy has taken everything away from you. Your internet, your games, and sense of peace in this house. And now, when you finally have your exercise tape, when your life is finally on track somewhere, he's taken over the living room with his friends?
Why is your little sister staring at us? What do you want, Mara? Well?
I want to use the TV.
No.
It's my turn. You get to use everything in this house. I want the TV.
You've got till the count of 3 to get out of here. Dude. 1.
I'm not a child.
2.
You're really gonna kick my ass in front of everyone?
3!
Let her use the TV, Tim. I'd really like to untype that. It's too late. Who's to say when these days of summer are? Early? Mid? Late? It's just summer, man. Don't even worry about it.
Let her use the TV, Tim. Yeah, we don't care. wanna put on your stupid crap? Go ahead.
Well, maybe I will. Putting on my stupid crap. Tim needs to go to anger management. He really fucking does. Timothy is watching with eyes that hope to burst you into flames. You think this guy's name is Evan? He used to be friendlier to you a few years ago, but lately he makes it obvious he finds you annoying. Jackson is calmly drinking a soda, seemingly indifferent to the family drama playing out.
Oh, this is nothing.
Wait. Did you just read my mind, Jackson? I'm not sure I appreciate that. That's kind of a lot. Now, here's one thing I find astonishing, is that Mara feels comfortable enough to exercise in front of these guys. I wish I knew where your anger comes from. Like, maybe it's just... I don't think it's just me, this thing, but like, the idea of exercising in front of other people is mortifying to me. And Mara's already like quite not a fan of being perceived. So I'm quite surprised that she's... I guess maybe she's just got enough determination to push past that. I can't help but feel like this is quite a surprise. Oh, absolutely not. Even in front of like, yeah. I wouldn't be doing this with other people. Right! Exactly. Especially with a tape you don't know. Like, if it was exercise you were, like, familiar with, that you've done plenty of times or whatever, I'd still probably feel a bit uncomfortable, but, like, maybe okay. But, like, this is a brand new tape. You don't know what Tybo is. I nearly said Bowen, but I think that's a musician. I'm good at knowing words. To be fair, I have been there in Jackson's shoes, like, yeah, giving a knowing look to someone, yeah, mood. I don't know that I've ever interrupted other people's inner monologue with, like, oh, I've been here before, don't worry about it. But
I don't know why I sound like Jackson
when I interrupt monologues. Maybe yoga, because I look hot doing yoga. I'm just saying. You mean David Bowie? That's me. No, I do not mean David Bowie. I mean Bowen, who did some of the music, at least, possibly all of it, in Amori. So, if I can get off my back. I have whined. Maybe it's the endorphins, but you're overcome by a sense of clarity. There are no rights in this house, only a primal struggle for power. Can't even play Ring Fit in the living room unless the house... Here's the thing, my anxiety about exercising in front of other people is so strong that I don't play Ring Fit. I mean, partially it's also my house is untidy as fuck. And also I hate exercise, but, like, I get stressed out about Ring Fit because I'm like, okay, but if I'm running, like, I'm going to be thudding on the floor and I'm going to be annoying my neighbors so much. And it's like, I mean, they're not going to give that much of a shit, surely. Like, if your upstairs neighbor was doing it in the middle of the day, like, whatever, you'd probably be like, oh, I guess they're doing Ring Fit, and then get back to your fucking day. But no, obviously it's different for me. It's, ugh. Worst thing about the gym is the changing room. I've seen many a naked old man. We don't need that. Unless. Jackson interrupts everyone's inner monologues. He's just that powerful. Jackson gets it. Working out is scary. Anyway, let's not get into that. That's a whole nother kettle of fish that I'm not ready to unpack. Or I am ready to, but this is not the venue for it. Timothy does whatever he is allowed to do. He takes whatever is free to take. You can only assert what is rightfully yours if you have the strength to take it. If it's because you work out... I don't work out at 4 a.m. I work out at 0 time because I'm so lazy. Not with chat. Yeah, not with Twitch chat. In the middle of a stream. A little awkward. A little awkward, you know? Just a little bit like, maybe don't. Maybe not now. Midnight? No, not midnight. Never. At 0 times. I really ought to. I really, really ought to, but I don't. Let's not with this. We're doing... All the trauma's meant to be in the game, guys. Come on. You can only assert what is rightfully yours if you have the strength to take it. He will always be bigger than you, though. Strength is on his side. but you know his ways, and you know the land. You will get your internet back. All right, time to do mischief. Like Jackson, it's escaping the confines of the game. Oh god! Bludgeon cut, bludgeon cut, bludgeon cut. Past trauma, not current, please and thank you. Past and fictional, thanks. I want to focus on what a mess Mara's life is, not mine. Thank you. Good thing we stole this screwdriver for no apparent reason. Taking care not to strip the heads, you gently remove the screws one by one and peel off the wool panel. Ugh! Verby. I hate that. I love the animations in this game. It's so good. Do you want to save? This is the only time in the game that it prompts you to save. Yes, I do want to save. Timothy is gonna kill me. So, in this game, you can't die, but you can imagine that you die. Let's show off imagining that we die, shall we? So, if we want to sneak onto the internet, just pop onto the computer. A chill rushes over as you sit at the forbidden console. Surely that's easier to do when he's sitting in front of the TV, which he does most of the time. Certainly. But he would be conscious, which is always a risk. Whereas this way, he's not conscious. Crap, Timothy doesn't have his login filled out. You'll have to guess his password. Is his password, I'm a stinky man. Login incorrect. Damn it. Careful, you only get 2 more tries. Is it password? Login incorrect. Shit. Careful, you only get 1 more try. Is it? Let me scroll up to the passwords we had earlier. Let me try one of these. I'll take fizzies, why not? Is it Bazinga 69? A reference that will not exist for a good decade. Login incorrect.
Goodbye.
Uh-oh. He probably heard that. He definitely heard that. Timothy, I can explain. I'm going to be completely honest with you because you deserve that. I need the internet back because I want to do my summer reading homework. Looks like you died. Yeah, nobody's 69 until the year 2010. What the fuck? That's the only time you can die in the game. Well, that's unnerving. It's a bit scary, but it's also fucking hilarious. Right, let's see if I can remember this puzzle. Well, I know one thing we need to do. We need to check the router. Router? Router? The router? The rotor. I'm going to say it in an intentionally incorrect way. The router connects multiple cables to a common phone line. Let's just plug in that real quick. Pop the wire into the console. So we should have internet back, theoretically. However, I think if we try to leave, I think that gives us the internet back. But if we do, Mara says something. Go into the bathroom. You go back to the bathroom, feeling the vague and uneasy sense that your mission is not yet complete. Ruta. Like, I feel like it should be Ruta, but all of my memories of how to pronounce things are always messed up by the fact I consume a lot of American media. How do you keep forgetting words on stream? I mean, again, it's because I consume a lot of American media. So I keep getting American pronunciations of things in my head, and then I'm just like, oh shit. He has a Furby? It's disgusting. Take care not to strip the heads. I don't know why we put the panel back on, necessarily. It is Ruta. Also saying words wrong on purpose is a nightmare for remembering the right one. It's true. But a shelf displays various collectible creatures Timothy has amassed. mostly from the fantasy genre, with a few video game characters thrown in. Given how rare these are to come by in stores, you guess your brother has procured most of these online or in the city. This collection is actually one of the things you've most admired about your brother. Of course, he never lets you touch or see them. Oh, you one of those types that's just like, no, you can never. Is this? Are these Star Treks? Those look like Star Treks to me. I think those are Star Treks. Is that a second Furby? He wouldn't have two Furbies, would he? Surely not. You're not sure why Timothy has a Furby. You expected some kind of tinker toy for him, a way to demonstrate his ironic detachment from the trend. You dare not investigate further, as robotic guts and hollowed insides are genuinely frightening to you. Also, if that thing makes a noise, then we are fucked. Spew. They are definitely Star Treks. Could you imagine being into Star Trek? Fucking disgusting. What kind of a nerd? Ew, another Star Trek, Jesus. There's a mountain of clutter on this chest of drawers, mostly unsorted toys and memorabilia. The array of pop culture posters on the wall betray Timothy's nerdy inclinations, as if the collectible figurines weren't working hard enough. Dude, take your bowls back out. I know we're not doing much better, but we've got... Also, I'm not doing much better in real life. But you know what? I'm the only one that has to deal with that. This is inconveniencing your mum as well. The bedside table is stacked with dishes and utensils, the whereabouts of which mum probably frets over daily. What kind of sexy nerd would be into Star Trek? I honestly can't tell what any of the little things are. The two tiny pixels. I'm seeing how much I can identify, but it's not... To be fair, those are the tiniest possible pixels on the screen, I think. There's a guitar. I can't remember ever seeing Timothy play the guitar, but here it patiently sits by his bed. Your father was a guitar player, and you vaguely remember the day he brought this electric model home for Timothy. There was some talk of a father-son band provoking intense jealousy in you. Even when your father was alive, though, it sat unused. It gives you anxiety to see it now, a means of connection to a lost soul, wasting away in the corner. Can we steal the guitar? You're cool not touching that. Probably a good shout. That would make some noise. Alright, let's have a look around for clues of what the password might be. Is it Star Trek? Timothy's tower is custom built with fairly state-of-the-art parts, at least better than the ones yours has. Has a 56k modem which runs online file transfer twice as fast as his old modem, which is now yours. Actually, all of your computer parts are inherited from Timothy. He taught you how to build your first PC, how to navigate MS-DOS and Direct Access, a pre-Windows menuing shell. Your nerves vibrate with discomfort, having a moment of fondness for your brother under the disdainful circumstances that brought you here. Lick the guitar. Lick the guitar. Yep. There, are you happy? Someday Timothy will write the next Foot. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure I want to. He also has a stairwares. Ugh. Stairwares? What a creep. Looking at that. Doc Vader, whatever his name is. He has a Yak Y2K mix. What's a Yak mix? Timothy has burned a mix CD called Y2K Mix. Most of the tracks seem to be from the movie The Matrix, all of which Timothy calls great driving music. I'm sure that the disk drive opening won't make a noise. The CD-ROM drive opens, revealing an ancient America Online install disk. The disk, though outdated, does the trick of installing America Online on a Windows computer, along with a gift of 500 free hours of internet. It's possible Timothy had to reinstall it not long ago. There appears to be something written on the disk in black marker. Seems to say water. Is Timothy an egg? You know what? If he is, I'll have a bit more sympathy for him, but he still sucks. Till rush is over, you said at the Forbidden Console. Crap, Timothy doesn't have his login filled out. Is his password water? Mission granted. What the fuck kind of a password is water? Water! The source of all life! I've now got that in my head thanks to Smilky Tree. I'm sure none of this noise is waking Timothy up. It's fine, don't worry about it. I suppose maybe one is less likely to wake up to the sound of white noise than they are to the sound of speech. But even so, success! Water! His browser history. Do we dare? Mara, you're already in the belly of the beast. Even you have no desire to peel back this particular membrane to look beyond the bounds of our known universe into fearsome, swirling annihilation. Yeah, that's fair. With your brother's grimy mouse to guide you, you quickly peek into Timothy's inbox. A lot of boring correspondence with the same male friends he's had since childhood. Email marketing, uncleared spam for days, a bunch of forwarded crap from your uncle. Timothy apparently has no online social life at all. It's no wonder he doesn't understand you. You consider that maybe Timothy is not cognizant of just how much this punishment has hurt you. In a way, he might even think he's doing you some good. And a gender identity clinic? Of course, this thought immediately turns to bitter resentment. Blech. Sorry, my nose gets all stuffy when I stream for long enough. I don't know what it is. Bitter resentment. You close his inbox in disgust, rueful of your curiosity. Let's go to the admin settings. Parental controls. So, L Whitefish 53 has general access. We only have child access. What if? It sure would be funny to give Timothy a taste of his own medicine, eh? Except that he'd noticed the change immediately, pound you to a fine spelt flour, and set everything back. Still, a nice thought. Well done. You now have full adult use of the internet. No gross-out flash game or fanfiction community is off limits to you anymore. You log off, making sure to arrange all the windows back to the way you found them. Talking too much makes your nose smaller. It's science. My nose is gone! No! Nobody in America in 2000 knew what spelt was, or even how it was spelt. It's porn time, baby! If this were Hitman, Mara would just use the screwdriver to electrify the computer power button and solve the Timothy problem the next time he tries to use it. Oh. Okay, now we've done everything we need to do in that room. Oh, noes! Oh, Mom's out here and she's watching Titanic, 1997. I have had a weird thought. We'll get to it once we're further into the dialogue with Mara's mum here. So that the fateful scene where Jack and Rose are struggling to keep warm after plunging into the sea. Rose is hoisted onto a floating door where she will just barely survive until help comes. So we were in there for what? Like, even with goofing around, we're in there for like, what, 10, 15 minutes? How is she at this scene? Did she just turn on this one scene? Is this just like, why are you doing this? Did you just come to this scene so you could be crying a bit? Do they have the 2 VHSs? I mean, I guess she must have, because otherwise we just completely blanked her as we made our way through. Anyway. We still have the Titanic. I've still not ever seen Titanic. To this day. Mum hasn't been in the living room for long. She must have been watching the rest of the movie. Oh, well, shut my damn mouth. The game knew. The game knew I was gonna be like, well, that's weird. And it's like, no, it's not that fucking weird, you idiot. There's very plausible explanations. Fuck you. Hoisted by my own petard. She just likes to watch Jack drown. Gives her a thrill. Titanic VHS in this house is one out in 2 places instead of the usual one. Mum hasn't been in the living room for long. She must have been watching the rest of the movie earlier, or for some reason she chose to start it here. Oh, hi dear. Did you want dinner? I'll just have something from the fridge. Alright, make sure you eat. This part reminds me of your father. It sort of embarrasses you that Mum would project her own story onto such young romantic leads. But on top of that, it's a fiction. Dad didn't die in some beautiful self-sacrificial gesture. He just didn't wake up one day. There was no exquisite last look, no goodbye. I'm just rewinding it and rewatching this one scene until the VHS degrades, like I definitely didn't do for a particular scene in Mortal Kombat. Was there a boob? Well, Mara definitely, clearly, innately disagrees with the premise. But I think she's emotionally intelligent enough to know that that's not going to help anyone for her to just point it out. Equally, she does love to point things out. I want to see that twink drown just one more time. Let's be gentle. Yeah, I can see that. That's kind of like Jack. He always wanted you to live on and find things to be happy about. What is a boob? We'll get into that later, Teddy. You did want that. I know. Of course, you had 24 years with him while Rose only had a couple of days with Jack. What does that matter? It's never enough. And I only knew Dad for 13 years, even less if you only count the years I'm able to remember. I'm just saying, the shorter time you had to know them, the more tragic it is. Mom doesn't respond further. You quickly regret this thesis you've built, one that you're not even remotely committed to, just for the sake of being contrary. But it's too late to back off. That ship has sailed, crashed, broken in two, bobbed horrifically in the darkness, and sunken into the depths of the sea. For some reason as a child, my favourite film was The Princess and the Goblin, and I watched it so much the VHS just doesn't work anymore. I don't know what The Princess and the Goblin is. Mara is winning the grief off. Oh, Mara, you got a letter today. A handwritten letter from a boy in Pennsylvania. What? Did you open it? I didn't realize it was for you. Jesus, Mom, why are you reading my mail? That's a federal crime. I barely looked at it. Is this some kind of online relationship? This phrase stings you at an ocean-like depth, in a place you hold so secret you can barely locate it yourself. Good night, Mom. Oh no. Things are tough at home. Dear PT. Thank you for the letter. It was so sweet. Your handwriting is really adorable. No, I've never tried Jones soda before, but I'll check it out now that I know it's good. I usually don't drink soda. I'm sad that summer is almost over. I'd hoped to be more productive with my writing, and now I'm out of time. Mom, you're going to jail. I'm not happy with most of the things I've written. Honestly, I think I'm distracted thinking about you. Haha. Just writing, haha. What a nerd. I actually wrote a poem that's kind of about you. I hope you like it. Here goes. Hoo boy. The poem is on a separate sheet of paper. It appears to have been written on a different day in a different notebook. A walk along the I'm just going to read this one in my normal voice. I'm not going to read this in PT's. Not PT's. Well, I'm not going to read it in Staggles's. A walk along the dock of mind reveals my inhibitions. But while I see it's cold tonight, with none a sea to hear my cries, your love is sweet and warm and kind, and sails for miles beyond my eyes, to touch my face and speak those words of all our grand ambitions. Something feels strange. Teen poetry is always well-adjusted normal. Oh no, teen poetry! Something feels strange. You didn't expect a gesture like this. You have trouble looking at it directly. You start to wonder what it says about Staggle that he'd spend all summer consumed by thoughts of you. Writing poetry about you, a person who nobody else wants? Does nobody else want him? You realize you've come up against an inevitable barrier, one you'd been dreading all along, and that there are two possibilities. One, you've very convincingly misrepresented yourself, and this poor unsuspecting person fell for it, and now you're in too deep. My grade 8 teacher kept my poetry as like good examples of poetry. It's so devastating when teachers are just like, hey, let me read out, everyone, this example of this bit of work that this one person did as an example of what you should have done, or that was good for this task. Like, no. Please. Why? For the love of God. No. Don't. Why? No. Stop. Stop. Don't. Never. Please. Thanks. Bye. Oh no, it's my self-doubt. Or two, Staggle has misrepresented himself to you, and you don't want the person who wrote this letter a person just as lonely and undesirable as yourself. I won a poetry competition at school and my teacher read it out to the entire school. I wanted to, oh, Draenog, bless you. My teacher did that all the time and it only made me want, you know what? If that's good. If you can take pride in the work you've done, that's great. But if you can't, it fucking sucks. That happened to me when I wrote a story about a demon smoking weed in hell. Maybe I was insufferable. I don't think you were likely insufferable as a child. I did back when I was at school, not anymore, obviously. Well, maybe you try to recapture some of that pride, Ravane. Maybe you should like yourself, dweeb. Fucking loser. We love you, Ravane. Don't ever forget that. Anyway. Why couldn't it have been different? Get cherished, dog. Why couldn't he have just never written back? Oh no, we're dead. Keeping about Tybo. And or Bowen, depending. I remember, like, back in year 5, we had a task to write poems about, I think it was for Remembrance Day, and that exact thing happened. Like, I wrote the poem, and the teacher read it out in front of the class, and I think back on the poem now, and I'm like, oh no, that was not good words. That was the most boring fluff you could fucking write. Admittedly, I was 10, so, you know, we can give young me a pass, but also at the same time, like, why would you read that out? You just be like, cool, thanks for handing in the work. I don't have to give you detention now, I guess. I feel like in many ways this is the good ending to the Staggle storyline. That's not the ending to the Staggle storyline, I'm afraid. Unless maybe I've not got the affinity I need with Staggle. Maybe that is the ending. I don't know. You alright, dear? Yeah, just burned between 500 and 800 calories. Just don't exercise too hard. You don't want to hurt yourself. You grunt. Why does Mom have to discourage you from being healthy? I'm going to the mainland soon if you want to come. You can pick out snacks for the week. Get yourself something. That does sound pretty good. Maybe a little time on the mainland will help you work out these confusing thoughts about Staggle. Brave the sailors were, although the seas were choppy. Now show our lads some due respect. Oi, where's your fucking poppy? I love it. We had to write poems about an earthquake in another country. Mine got published in a book of kids' poetry. Wow, check you out. I think I did end up in one of those. Or maybe essays about language. Again, not a good essay, but I guess they have a low bar. Still haven't gotten one of my essays from my freshman English teacher. It's only been like 11 years. Sleep well, Rob. Hope you've had a lovely time at the stream and that you have a lovely restful night. Besides, you probably should be eating more snacks now that you're exercising. You want to be sacrificing your workout energy. I think I ended up in a kid's poetry book too. They just do that for everyone? Have I uncovered a conspiracy? I think it's like... I mean, I don't know how fancy a book Tony ended up in. Mine was definitely just like a little local pamphlet more than anything. I think it was local, or it might have been wider reaching, but like not like a proper published book of children's poetry. It was like a cheap and cheery thing. I'm like, hey, you want to check out some cool poems kids wrote? Which I think is a cute idea. I like that. I think some of them are a bit of a scam, but not always. I don't know. That's the thing. I've never looked into them on the non-child side of the equation. Like, I don't know what they're asking for these books. Is it give us a donation to XYZ, or is it... The one I wound up in was definitely a scam to please parents, because the poem I got in it was objectively bad, even for a 4th grader. Well, yeah. That's the other side of it. But I don't know, maybe when you're a parent, you don't give that much of a shit. I mean, to be fair, you know what? Like, I can't say much yet, seeing as my nephew is only 3. But like, if he was like 10, when he gets to the age of 10, if he wrote a poem that was still kind of shit, I'd still probably really like it. I'd still probably be like, hell yeah, look at you writing things. I never had any of my childhood poetry art published, but I did win a cutest baby contest when I was a year old. Hell yes. Also, I wonder who came last. Who was the ugliest baby? Who looked like a sad sack of potatoes? It was me. I was the sad sack of potatoes. But damn it if I didn't have a winning smile. Most great poems don't use the full phrase teenage. Dumb and angry, I immediately now reject your premise. I think only the best poems contain the full phrase Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh my god, I've also just realized that my mum still has like some old poetry and drawings I did hanging up on the fridge and in cupboards and shit. Mum, why are you doing that? Oh no, people might see. Oh no. I was on a kids' TV show when I was 9? Hell yeah. I think the closest we had was my sister got a birthday card written out for her on like one of those, I don't think it's CITV because I'm not even sure CITV was a thing yet. One of those old like kids shows. For sure gonna see if my mum still has the poetry book. Oh my god, Tony, if you find it, let us know the poem you submitted. We need to know. We need to know. My grandparents still have some art that I drew when I was 5. We can never truly escape our past as long as we have parents that will remember it, do we? We can never truly escape who we once were because they will remind us. And then people will make games like this, which will also remind us, and we will go, why? But also they will do it really well, so we're like, okay, fine, I get it. You've made a good game, but also, damn you. I can't believe you do me like this. Yeah, all right. Are you going now? In a few minutes. Let me know when you're ready. Oh no, my parents are moving up here and bringing all of that stuff with them just like in a few weeks. Oh no, Dumb and Angry. Is it too late to fake your death? Oh no, but then they'll use it as a shrine. They'll use it as like a memorial to you. Oh no, that's worse. Anyway, what the fuck do we need to do? I'm gonna save here just in case we do need to do something. Do we need to do something? Do we need to do something? That'll do. Well, we have internet again. Maybe we can... This game isn't emotion for any other reason than it makes us remember hashtag the past. Not so far, at least. But also that's a powerful emotion to invoke, and one that I feel games don't do all that often. The monitor greets you with a sunny glow. It's alright for some. I had a poetry blog when I was 11! I want to read the poetry blog. I want to read Young Draymond's poetry. You know what? It occurs to me that me saying that, it does sound intentionally mean, right? I want to read it because it sounds like it would be cute. But also, don't feel... I got it taken down. Understandable. Fully understandable. Oh my god. I had a couple of YouTube videos up for a while when I was a teenager. But then kids at school found it, and it fucking sucked, so I took them down, and I almost regret it now, because I'm like, oh, I'd kind of like to see them again, but also they were bad videos, so, like, I'm not too bummed out. It was definitely not worth having them around to use as a bullying thing, versus me possibly being able to have access to them now. Like, I was extremely sad, so I didn't want it up there. Bless you. What phone autocorrects a number? A real catch-23. Well, you know, that everyone's familiar with a catch-22, but a catch-23 is one step extra. managed to get in touch with the CEO, and he was very nice about it. Aw, that's cute. YouTube didn't really exist until I was an adult. Fair. I'm trying to remember when YouTube came, because I feel like I'd have made the video when I was like probably 11-ish. I was definitely in secondary school when other people found it. I can't imagine I was younger than secondary school age when I made it. Anyway, to your relief, Staggle is not online. You're suddenly mortified by the thought of facing him. His presence is too real to you, too overbearing. You quickly decide that you don't want to talk to anyone right now. Besides, you have to conserve your time online, lest Timothy discovers you're back on. You turn off instant messenger, delete a few weeks' worth of email spam, and log off. Cool. I imagine that's the only thing we could possibly have to do. Let's head out, Mama. Ready to go? Yep, let's beat it. Great, let's go. I wiped as much of my Facebook as I could when I was like 17. Like, why did I post this shit on here? Like, I deleted my old Facebook for trans reasons. Like, hey, it was a combination, like deleting old records of me and culling my friends list by their choice more than anything. Just like, hey, I'm trans now. If you want to still be friends, go add me as a friend over there. I still got a few friend requests by people I was like, really? You want to keep me as a friend? I barely knew you at best. Trans reasons. Or treasons, for sure. Yeah. I changed my identity because of treason. But yeah, like all of my old stuff is gone now, and that's probably for the best, because oh my god, could you imagine? Oh no. Facebook account deletions also. I mean, yeah, like I still have Facebook, but I literally only ever use it to share a link with my friend to Zoom, so that we can have a Zoom call ready for when we watch cartoons together, which we're probably going to stop using now that we can use the WhatsApp desktop thing for video calls. So we're just like, okay, let's just use this then. So I'm probably never going to use Facebook for anything now, which is for the best. Fuck you, Zuckerberg. I'm going to say it because no one else will. You seem down today. It's nothing, just end of the summer blues. Did something happen with that boy? No, Mom. Don't you think this online communication makes it hard to really get to know a person? Very slowly looks over at chat. Oh no. Anyone been back to look at their MySpace? That's a bad time. Wait, is MySpace still around? I have not been back to look at my MySpace, but it will not be a good time. Again, once people found my MySpace, it became a spot for them to bully me. It was great! No, it's fine. I love not having access to places where I feel safe. Thanks, school! But that's other things to unpack. Again, let's not do that. Bet you weirdos used Bebo. Pretty sure I had a Bebo for at least a little bit, yeah. Don't you think this online communication makes it hard to really get to know a person? No. In fact, it's the opposite. You get to know people better because you get to have intelligent conversations. You don't have to get hung up on things like what brand of clothes they wear or how much money or popularity they have or what religion they are or whether they're gay or fat or libertarian or whatever. You're just people on the same level. Mara must be accessing only very limited portions of the internet. Or maybe back in 2000 it wasn't quite such a hellscape. It was definitely a different hellscape if it was. Even more niche, did anyone here have a Profile Nation? I didn't have one, but I know of it. Mara must have never met a libertarian. I care about the libertarian thing myself. That's a nice idea. When I was your age, I wanted a place like that too. It's not that I don't want you to have a boyfriend. You're the one who keeps saying boyfriend. You gave him your address. You're putting a lot of trust in this guy. If you'd known the condition for going to the mainland and buying snacks would be having this conversation, it might not have seemed worth it. It's where I met. It is where you met Ghost. You have mentioned that. That's so cute. It is really cute. I do like that. That's the. That's like my only knowledge of what ever happened on Profile Nation. So by my reckoning, it's one of the best internet sites out there. Why stop there? GeoCities, anyone? Didn't have one, but I used plenty of sites that were on GeoCities. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what, like the Zelda forum I was on that I mentioned last time. I don't think, was that a GeoCities site? I don't remember. It was definitely a plugin. It was like a very generic forum template. I tried to make my own Zelda forum once. That was a bad shout. Thankfully, I never got far enough into developing it to share the link with anyone, so it was really just a testing ground for me to be like, hey, how does this all work? I wonder if that still exists. If it does, I'm not telling any of you guys. I am willing to bet the server hosting it has gone down long before now anyway. Ghost, welcome! Thank you so much for the resub.
Summoned by the mention of Profile Nation.
Summoned by the mention of Profile Nation. Ghost, thank you so much for subscribing for 9 months. This is so cool of you. So cool of you. I'm a little bit wine right now. I've had most of the bottle. I'm gonna finish the bottle. I don't give a shit. Jamshed wine is good, y'all. If you can get Jamshed, do it. It's nice. I'm a big fan. I had many GeoCity sites. I used to make ones where I photoshopped people from school using MS Paint to make fun of them. In like a cool, chill way. I do wanna check. Raid warning. Uh-oh. I'm not ready for people to see this. My main forum was a homebrew one run by a German musician who set it up specifically to limit bad faith actors' ability to post, etc., and foster a genuine sense of community among people all over the world, so naturally didn't make it. RipNetAlive.org. Sean, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. How are you all doing? How was Dark Souls? I know you were playing that, and it's a shame because I kind of want to hang out for those ones, but I also am planning to do Dark Souls sometime, and I want to go in without knowing what weird and creepy critters are out there. Yarhar! Yarhar! Thank you, Tony, for giving Sean a shout out. How was the stream, y'all? Welcome in, everyone. Let me pour myself a wine and tell you about myself. For those of you who have not been to the Crowbacker 2015 channel before, I'm very eloquent. I like to play a lot of different games. My general vibe, I like to play games that have lovely art and that will make me cry. And that is why we are here today playing Perfect Tides. I think the wine's not a common thing. It's not a particularly common thing. No, I usually don't have alcohol, but I'm doing fine. Don't worry about it. Fair warning. I'm going to put up the trigger warning command we have for anyone who wants to stick around or not. No obligation, obviously, but obviously the more people, the merrier. So I hope you choose to stick around. Because I really love this game. It's a game about Mara Whitefish, so it's set in the year 2000, and Mara is a very online teenager. And this game sort of deals with, it's a point-and-click adventure game sort of in the style of like old LucasArts and Sierra point-and-click games. And it sort of deals with a lot of the emotions of being a teenager, and like especially a very online teenager in the sort of fairly early days of the internet. And I'm loving sharing it with people, and thank you very much, Wowzy, for sharing that. Part of why I'm doing this is that the artist and lead developer on the game, Meredith Gran, who some people may know from a webcomic called Octopus Pie, is currently doing a Kickstarter for the sequel, and I'm trying to encourage people to back that if possible, because I really want to play the sequel, and this game's really good. And these streams have been really nice. It's been a lot of people sort of sharing stories of our childhood and teenageness, and all of us enjoying the shared nightmare of remembering what that was like. But yeah, it's a really interesting game, and we're playing through it now. We were all regular and cool. Yeah, we were all definitely definitely the best versions of ourselves back when we were 15. Anyway, if you come to the raid, click. Thank you very much, Renog, for the reminder. Is this one of them furry games? Okay. The furry aspect of it is definitely going to be downplayed from here on out. I will tell you that much. Definitely, we're not cringe. Could you imagine, Myrick? Could you imagine being cringe when you're a teenager? It couldn't be me. I was only ever very reasonable and not awful. But welcome in, everyone. I do hope you love to stick around. Being cringe on main? Impossible. Could you imagine? Although I do like the idea that on main, back when we were teenagers, just meant in life. Just going about our days to days. I was super based and cool before it was even cool to be based. I'm just saying. I'm still cringe. You know what, Fizzy? As long as you're proud of it. I can love the AOL instant message start. We're still on yeah, we're on AIM in the game, which is one that I never used. I was reminded of MSN, and I had forgotten quite how often I was on MSN and how very many people I talked to on it. Duke Shreckington, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy the content. As I say though, do take, you know what, since there's been quite a few messages, I'll post it again. Do please take heed of the trigger warnings. I will give specific warnings for scenes I remember. I'll give specific warnings of what's coming up, just in case. So obviously don't feel like you have to stick around if you're uncomfortable. Oh, okay. A new raid. Welcome in. Thank you, Amber Books, for the raid. How are you all doing? Okay, well, I need to. I'll repreface. I'm gonna have to share the trigger warning link again, aren't I? Thank you very much, Tony, for the shout out for Ember Fox. Okay, welcome in. We're playing Perfect Tides. It's like an old LucasArts or Sierra game, point and click game, about being a very online teenager in the year 2000. So it deals a lot with the emotions of that. Thank you, Tony, for sharing the trigger warnings. If anyone's worried about those, please do look after yourselves. Obviously, I would love to have you all stick around. The more the merrier. I love being able to interact with people in the chat, but if any of this is stuff that you're a bit like, no, I don't think I want to deal with that, that's absolutely more than fine. Okay. How was your stream, Ember? What were you doing? What was your shtick today? Were you doing Pokemon? Pokemon, hell yeah. You're doing Pokemon normal type, mono type challenge, yeah? How's that all going? Are your Pokemon good? Have they beaten the bad guys? So, what's currently happening? It's summer. We have just discovered that the boy we had a major online crush on is perhaps not as... So, Mara had sort of built him up as this cool person who had their shit together. Like, not like us. We're obviously a tragic mess of a person. But after receiving a letter from... Stop calling. I am very confused. Mostly because you've been here most of the time? How do you have two people with you? That's my main confusion. I was gonna say, who was the other person in your chat? Anyway, guys, I'm trying to give people a vague summary of what we're currently doing. You can't keep rating me like that. It just works. You summoned a ghost. Right. We just discovered that maybe he is just as messed up as we are. And that's not what we're looking for. Because we need someone who will help us figure out what the fuck we're doing with ourselves. because we're teenagers and we're idiots. So, that's kind of the main thing ruminating through Mara's mind right now. Ravane, I swear to God. I swear to God, Ravane. I will end you next stream. Well, that's a dangerous thing to say, Tam, because what if there is an actual genuine raid? You're just like, well, the contract is signed now. We can't possibly go back on ourselves. Anyway, yeah, that's the main thing on Mara's mind right now. Thank you, Ravane, for reminding yourself that I will indeed end you at a moment's notice. I will drop kick you so fast, right into the sea. I don't care. I will do it. Anyway, now that all that's out of the way, I think we can resume the gameplay. If you'd known the condition for going to the mainland and buying snacks, would have been having this conversation. Oh yeah, this conversation being our mum being concerned about us sharing personal details with people we don't really know online. And surely knowing people online in the first place is a risky business anyway. Like, how can you really truly know them? So that's a fun thing. It might not have seemed worth it. Oh, this is a video game stream? Yeah, this whole time. It's not just a stream of me responding to raids. Also, hang on, Punished Fox, I don't think I said thank you for the follow. Thank you so much for following. Gonna wrap up in a blanket. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Nobody can stop me. I wouldn't dream of trying, Draenog. Everyone get comfy, because soon enough you will be turned inside out and crumbled to dust by the horrors of this game. Oh, one last thing, I'm so sorry. Because we did have a new raid. Cat crime. Thank you, my Epic Duck. Because we did have a new raid, part of why I'm playing this game currently is that Meredith Gran, the artist and lead developer for the game, currently has a Kickstarter up to try and raise enough money to develop the sequel, which I really want to play, if nothing else. You might know, if you've read the webcomic Octopus Pie, she did that. I've not read it, but apparently it's real good. And yeah, I'm kind of, with these streams, I'm kind of hoping to raise awareness for, this game itself, which I recommend people go to play because it's a really well-told story, in my opinion, at least. I can't necessarily speak for the rest of chat. But people seem to be enjoying it, so maybe that speaks for itself. But yeah, I want to sort of raise people's awareness of it because I really like what they've done with this game, and I really want to see them develop the sequel as well. Right. If we're all quite done with our shenanigans now. He could be a man in his 40s looking to pick up teens. Do you have any proof of his age? Mom, I've been in this community with him for years. If there's anything I know for sure, it's that he's my age. Alright, let's say he's your age. He is. Is there anything else you know about him? I know his interests. He plays the same games as me and likes the same TV shows. He writes. You learn a lot about a person through their writing. Have you seen a picture of him? Do you know his name? And those kind of superficial things to care about. Those are traditionally the first things you learn about a person before you start writing love letters and going on dates. Nobody goes on dates, Mom, and I don't give a rat's ass what's traditional. You can't believe how hard you're defending something you're not even sure about anymore. What does Staggle even mean to you right now? Oh yeah, Staggle, in case he does turn up again, is always represented as this sexy deer man. So be ready for that, potentially. Maybe you don't want to be with him, but you can't fathom the loss of him. He's still part of a community so essential to your being that you can't possibly explain it to Mom. To speak to you is to speak to that community. Staggle, I was just saying. Content warning, sexy deer man. You mustn't let go of that. Whatever happens with you and Staggle, you need that place. We're a fanfic writer, by the way. That's our particular flavor of onlineness. Where else would you go? Where would you like to go? I don't know, the bodega, I guess. You want to go in by yourself? Yeah, if that's okay. Oh, I'm so fucking snuggled right now, you don't even know. Love Petland. It's never open. It's such a crime. I can't believe it never opened Petland. Our one good thing in this entire land. Yeah, that's okay. Sure, I'll be over by the West End. Tell Sabrina I said hi. Ah, the mysterious West End where you walk off screen and we can never follow you. You realize too late you didn't ask Mom for any money. Oh well, you can always put something on tab with Sabrina. Can we talk to these guys? Have you guys been to the Entenmans? And have you guys ever been to the bakery outlet? It isn't far from here, you know. It's nothing to look at from the inside, but the prices are terrific. And why not? They're straight from the factory itself. My uncle works there actually, so I get free donuts if I come when he's around. Well, now you've done it, Mara. They're so shocked and dazzled that they can't even move, let alone respond to the information they've been given. Do the humane thing and walk away. Yeah, you can talk to most of the NPCs, and it's always just the most devastating, like, Mara, why are these the words you choose to say? And man's day old donuts. The classic. That's because it's West End of everything. Oh, it's the West End of the universe. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, it's this bet. Okay. I did say I would be able to give specific content warnings, so specific content warnings over the next scene for sexual harassment. So it doesn't kick off until we go through the door at the back, but be warned. Consider this your warning. We'll put a post in chat when the particular scene in question is gone. But yeah, be if that's gonna make you feel shite, feel free to mute the stream for a bit and step away. Oh, it looks like Sabrina and Joe aren't here today. Your insides convulse when you realize a kid from school is working the counter. And with him, there's a little rat friend in front of the screen. Look at this guy. Look at this little fella. Justin. Shit. Too late to turn around, you decide. You're gonna have to pretend you want to be here. You're cool not touching that. Hey!
Hi, Mara. Like your tank top.
Just a little guy. He's looking at his potato chip and he's like, yes, this is mine. Thanks. You're pretty sure Justin is picking on you since he's never paid you a compliment in his life. Still, you can't imagine what the joke is. Who's the world's best grandpa? Well, we can't open it, so we'll never truly know.
How's your summer been? You get up to anything fun?
Yeah, pretty good. Went to a few parties, hung out on the beach. You hope Justin won't interrogate the meaning of a few, since you really only mean one, and you weren't exactly invited to Simon's party.
Cool. Sounds like a wild time.
Justin glances past you for a brief instant.
So, what are you doing here? You with anyone?
No, I'm just here by myself.
Cool. Wanna hang out then?
You're gobsmacked. It's Justin actually being friendly with you. Justin has his own car, smokes cigarettes, and seems to roll with the more popular kids. Is he suggesting you hang out together? Yeah, sure. You quickly reason that it wouldn't be hard to get rid of Mom and spend the day on the mainland. She'd probably be happy to know you're hanging out with someone in real life. What do you want to do? Drive around? Go to the movies? Call up some people on a cell phone?
I just want to go out back for a smoke. Do you smoke?
Yeah.
I knew you were a cool girl.
Are we allowed back there?
Sure. My boy Kurt is working the counter. Kurt, this is Mara.
Nice to meet you. Kurt's mouth forms a half smile as he nods in your direction. He was a senior last year who never gave you the time of day at school. This is the friendliest he's ever been.
Come on back, Mara.
Reminder, once we go back is where it particularly kicks off, the sexual harassment thing, so consider this your last warning. We need to, there we go.
Come here. I've never seen you smoking around school before.
I only just started doing last spring.
Cool, I had no idea. We should smoke together.
Okay. You've suddenly brightened by the thought of smoking cigarettes with Justin. A little camaraderie between classes would cut right through the drudgery. It makes the whole prospect of going back to school more tolerable.
Here, sit on my lap. Come on. I want to get to know my smoking buddy better. Come on, I won't try anything.
Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope.
I always thought you were a cool girl, Mara.
Really?
Yeah, you just got this energy about you. You're different from a lot of girls at school, you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
But like, in a good way. You're funny and smart and artsy and stuff.
What up, gamers? Welcome in, Perrin. You have joined during a scene containing, as you can maybe be able to see from what is happening currently, a scene of sexual harassment. So be careful. If you want to dip out for a little bit and then come back, we'll post a warning in chat. Or not a warning, a what do you call it when a warning is over? We'll post one of those saying, hey, the scene's gone now. Don't worry about it as much. Just in case. Stay safe. We got Ants and we got the Grinch. These are a lot of posters. And all clear, that'll do, yes. A warrant. You know what, I want to call it a want. We'll post a want when it's over. Anyway, a worn outing.
Remember that creative writing class in 8th grade? Nobody else in that class gave a shit, not even the teacher. But you wrote the craziest stuff. I thought that was cool.
Well, thank you. I really gave it my all. It's literally the hit 2000s movie Ants, yeah.
Your hair smells nice.
Thanks, it's Pert Plus.
So, Mara, can I ask you something?
Sure.
You ever hook up with a guy before?
Depends on what you mean by that.
You ever go all the way?
No.
You ever do oral?
Nope.
You ever got fingered?
No.
You ever do under the shirt?
Not really.
You ever kiss anyone? It's alright if you haven't.
I feel stupid.
It's really not a big deal.
Okay. Thank you.
You want to try it?
Try what?
You want me to kiss you?
Oh. No, thank you.
Really? You sure?
Not right now, thanks.
Well, would you ever want to hook up with me?
No, I don't know. Maybe. I guess it would depend on how far into a relationship we were.
Relationship?
I feel stupid for saying that. I should probably go. I told my friend I'd meet her for lunch. It's nobody you'd know and it's not at the mall, so I'm just gonna...
Listen, Mara. Don't tell anybody about this.
I won't tell anybody. Don't worry.
Let me know if you change your mind. I'll be around.
Okay.
But it's gotta be a secret.
I know.
Alright. See ya.
See ya. What was that?
I said see ya.
I think I accidentally skipped past whatever you said. The visual really emphasizes how much of a tiny child she is, and Jesus, that makes the scene so much more disturbing, right? It's such an effective scene, but also fuck me running.
Let's see ya.
Okay. Okay. I think you know what? Are they the same age? Well, they're in the same year at school, I think. I don't know if maybe he's a little older than her. He seems to be in the same age as... Or he's friends with the guy who's a senior. Or who was a senior... Excuse me, so I guess who's graduated? I don't know if he's maybe been held back a year or two, but roughly the same age. But still, like... still a yikes situation. We can agree. You graduated last year, right? Kurt nods his head. Do you like working here? Kurt shakes his head. Cool, cool. Okay, I think we're out of the woods in terms of the... Okay. The sexual harassment scene is over. Would you say he is curt? He's pretty curt. he's not the most talkative person. Oof. Let's talk to our mum. Get anything? Nah. Smell like cigarettes. Yeah, it's gross. I ran into someone from school who was smoking. I see. What a disgusting habit. You solemnly consider that mom thinks you're so much of a loser that she doesn't even suspect you of lying. You okay, dear? Trauma, Mum. I got trauma. You see, the game keeps throwing dialogue options like this at you. Like, what does Mara say in this situation? Trauma. Oof. On the too lame to smoke thing, but also the trauma thing, I suppose. Yeah, I feel like I was definitely in that camp of my parents weren't too worried about what I was doing because it's too lame to be doing anything bad. Just to cover her mouth and laugh high pitched. I feel like Mara would probably be quite defensive right now. I think she'd say, "What's it to you?" But equally, I don't know if that's going to spiral into, "It's not like you ever care about anything I do." There's a funny case of a VA voicing a rando who has to say "to be Kurt," then in a later entry in the series voiced a character named Kurt. That's pretty amazing. My mum used to buy me booze in year 10 because she was happy I had friends to drink with. Huh. You know what? I feel like if I had asked, my mum would probably have done the same. I feel like my mum was probably in the camp of, it's like, if you're gonna be doing this thing, I'd rather you be doing it at home, where it's safe, where I know that things can be controlled. Which, you know, I think is a valid strategy, but there's no perfect strategy, is there? My parents didn't really care when I started smoking the devil's lettuce. Okay, Snowwraith, I read your message. I know a lot of parents with that attitude. For whatever reason, my brain read it as, I have a lot of parents with that attitude. It's like, how many parents do you have? Oh yeah, I've got like 27 in the local area, plus another 54 internationally. You know how it is. You just start amassing these parents. I have so many parents. They're all controlling different facets of my life. It won't end. Parents, dude. Right, I'm deflecting. 15 Christmases. Mother's Day is a nightmare. Okay, but I am deflecting. I'm trying to avoid having to make a decision here. Let's be me. What do you care? You just seem distracted. Is there something I'm supposed to be paying attention to right now? Well, sheesh. Guess not. Did you finish your summer reading assignment? Huh? Oh, yeah. I haven't seen you reading at all. This is serious, Mara. Isn't stationary something that isn't moving? Should it be stationary? Yes, that is indeed the case. But we'll pretend it's fine. Look, they don't have to be correct in universe. Just saying. Also, stationary does seem to be like the name of the shop, so maybe it's like a statement of it's just like, this is a stationary franchise. It is, yeah, exactly. It's not moving around. Was mother expecting us to be reading in the bodega? 11th grade is a really important year. You're taking the SATs. That's going to determine everything. I barely stopped myself from saying the SATs, which is what we say in the UK, but it's not what they say in America for whatever reason. Why are you suddenly yelling at me about this? I'm not yelling. I just want you to care about school. care? Why should I care? I fucking hate school. God, school sucks so fucking much. Do you know how much I hate going to school? Do you know how mean they are? The teachers hate me, my classmates hate me, everyone hates me. And it's been this way for years. Mara, what? We're talking about your education. This has nothing to do with the other kids. It's not gonna matter who was popular and what was trendy after you graduate. All of that fades away. And I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure the teachers don't hate you. I have 2 more years of school, and then I have to think about more school? Are you serious? I can't do this! Like, that's the thing, is that Mara's mom is not wrong. None of this matters in the long run. None of this, you don't give a shit. But at the same time, it still feels like it matters so much when you're that age. And that's something you have to be cognizant of. You have to try and remember how important it felt. Ah, yes, because the social aspect of school doesn't impact your education at all. Not even slightly, no. Most important thing that ever happened to you. Rasha, welcome in. How are you doing? It doesn't matter, but the problem, this is all they have. Oh, I remember. I can't stop remembering. This is why this game is great. It makes you remember things you'd forgotten, and then you're like, oh no! Everything was the worst, including me. I love this game. Anyway, it's what everyone does. Do you want to be a person without an education? What would you do then? Do you want to be a puay? I don't know, Mom. Anything else? Write a novel? Eat breakfast in my underwear? I took that line really because Mara looks like she's on the edge of a breakdown. It's right there. I have an education. Do you think I'm too stupid to get a job? Well? Oh, come on. Your father heard you now. I'm getting a job. I'm going to start saving up. I'm going to get my own internet subscription. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Oh, great. Go for it. Go live with your little internet friends. Maybe you'll finally learn how little you know about them. How little they'd be willing to do for you. You know what? If Dad heard me now, I think he'd be pretty fucking proud of me. He wouldn't want me to suffer my whole life, which is exactly what you want. You want me to suffer right along with you. Isn't that right? You applied for a weekend job at the ferry station, tearing tickets and shuttling passengers. It pays $5.15 an hour. The day before your internet moratorium was set to end, you snuck back into Timothy's room and disconnected everything again. Then you pestered Timothy to reconnect you, which he did, begrudgingly. My friend's mum used to let us drink, but she'd also go to the bathroom in the middle of the night with no clothes on. Huh. Not weird, just hippie. Oh, okay. Yeah. Kreb, this hurts. Yeah. Yeah, it's not an easy game. Hence the trigger warning thing. But tell me you're not enjoying it, though. I defy you. Is her father out grabbing some cigarettes, or is he dead? He is dead. He died about 2 to 3 years ago, I think. I want to say it was 2. But yes, he's not been confirmed drowned like DiCaprio. In fact, the opposite. So there was a scene earlier where, everyone support this Kickstarter. You think it's fun to hurt? I'm gonna post it again. You know what? I'm taking that as impetus to share the link. We had a scene earlier where Mara's mother was watching the climactic scene from Titanic with the door on the... You know the one with the door. Even if you've not seen it, you know the scene with the door. And yeah, like Mara sort of internally said to herself, like, her dad didn't die in some grand gesture, in some, you know, sort of meaningful, sort of self-sacrificial way. It was just, he didn't wake up one day, I think, or he wasn't there one day. Not that he wasn't there, but he just passed away. I know Mum talks about how much that is what we said in the chat. You're not allowed to ascribe what we said in chat to the game. People don't know what happened in the game, Ravain. You're not allowed to tell them and then say lies. when your man knocks on it, yeah, you know, Kate Winslet doesn't share door space. Again, I've not seen the film, so I can't comment on it. But at the same time, like, I've looked at that scene and I'm like, people say there's enough space to fit on the door, but there is also definitely no way that that door is then staying above the surface of the water. And then it will sink, and then the entire premise is fucked. So, I believe Ravain entirely. Well, you feel free, but I am gonna be here to stomp on their lies. Hi, are we past the upsetting part? Yes. Well, we're past the sexual harassment bit, 20. Sorry. I did post in chat, but you might have missed it. But yes, we are past the sexual harassment scene specifically. Why do you keep spoiling Titanic? I'm literally trying to watch it. Are you, Fizzy? Are you? Get out of here. I'm seeing they both tried to get on it. It does go to... Yeah, that's the thing. Once again, crushed on the booty heel of face of... oh, of facts. That makes more sense than what my brain first thought, which was, oh, they must have meant fancies. I was like, wait, what the fuck does that mean? Spoiler, the Titanic sinks. Can't believe you just spoiled Titanic like that. I just said I've not seen it. Why would you For one blissful moment, I hoped maybe everything was fine. Anyway. Fascist. Fascist. I don't know how one would say that word. Is it even a real word? I don't know. Gary was so committed to that method acting that he actually drowned in that scene. Born out for Leonardo DiCaprio. I thought it would just be a fun movie about a boat ride with some fancies. Those were the fancies. They're the ones in Titanic. Anyway. It's creepy how a real boat named Titanic sank after that. I know, right? It's a conspiracy, I tells you. We should watch Titanic The Legend Goes On for movie time. Is that the one with the rapping dog? Or is that the one with the octopus? Are they the same film? I don't remember. I know there's 2 Titanic sequels and they're both garbage. Well, Snowwraith, sorry, 20, you're more than welcome to tell me about what happens, or what that word means, but you've done nothing to tell me of what, how to pronounce it. Yeah, the rapping dog. You guys not know about the Titanic sequel that has a rapping dog in it? And I believe, if I'm correct, involves the iceberg being thrown there by a giant octopus with a dog face? But that might be the different one. It's party time! It's party time! What a dreadful web we weave. Engineer, designer, something like that. Maybe because I don't know how to pronounce it. You know what? I appreciate the hustle. Anyway, then you passed to Timothy to reconnect you, which he did, begrudgingly. Timothy never noticed your meddlings. You got away with it. Sorry, what is happening here? We're talking about the animated Titanic sequel and how terrible it was. Fall. We've entered the season of fall. And my voice did a huge crack to the fall! Welcome to fall! Oh. Well, someone's done something with her hair. Oh. Well, a second person's done something with her hair. Thank you, what's your step? I don't know, maybe that was too maybe something. Thank you, what's your step? Whatever. Switch my ears off for a moment and everything becomes confusing. Hi. Hi. You dyed your hair. And you yours. Yeah. You have no idea if Lily's family is still planning to move, because you haven't talked to Lily since the summer. All you know is she's still here, and you're still feeling bitter about that whole argument. What's so hard about the word autumn? Autumn's a lovely word, right? Was it too French? I like the word autumn. I think it's really nice. Autumn and autumnal. They're just nice sounds to say. Whereas fall, it's fine, I guess. You have to. Autumn is pretty sounding, right? Can't risk being a freeb. You know what, Draenhog, you got a point. All you know is she's still here, and you're still feeling bitter about that whole argument. Have a good day, then. Thank you. Watch your step. It's called fall because it's when the trees fall over. Wow, makes you think. Ah, this guy. This guy is spacing out as much as anyone can. No autumnal without autumn. What would you say? Fall? Yeah, fall.
We're on break till the fair is docked and ready. Don't be long, okay?
Your mind flashes back to Paul, age 10, condemning you, 8, to hell for your people's crimes against Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll be back in 30 minutes.
29.
Well, that's a wild thing for your brain to flash back to, but I guess it's something that would stick with you when you were 8 and being yelled at by a 10-year-old about biblical shit. Now, Purin, what would drive you to do such a thing in my chat? Why would you come in here and specifically censor the word autumnal such that the only letters that remain spell out the word anal? Why would you do this to me? On my birthday, of all days. It's not my birthday, but why would you do it on my birthday? I want to know the clarification. I'm very funny. It is true. We were discussing earlier how funny you are. If you're raised Catholic, the crimes against Jesus never stop. Why would you come here and anal? God damn it, Ravine. Why would you do this? Happy birthday! Woo! I would never lie to you. I would constantly lie to you. I've not told you the truth once. I hate this game. No, I do love this game. And if you love this game as well, if you've been enjoying these streams, the Kickstarter is just a few weeks away from being done. Did that not work? Did I type something wrong somehow? Okay, Hannah, if that's your real name. Bot said no. I didn't type anything wrong, right? Has my bot just died? We're not going to let people know about that. Thank you, Tony. That was very weird. But yes, if you're enjoying Perfect Tides, do consider backing the Kickstarter because it has about 2 weeks left. And this is your best opportunity if you're enjoying the game but might not come back to one of my streams. This might be your best chance to remind yourself to be like, okay, I'll kick $5 towards it or whatever. Tony owns my bot now. Tony's the bot whisperer. Tony, quick, can you can you make sure it knows other commands? Who knows what else it won't let me do anymore? What am I locked out of? Will I never know my fate? Will the next investigator fare better with no knowledge of what befell me? Anyway. Can't believe this is coming down to looking at people's shoes while they sleep. I still don't believe that. Oh, I've been banned. Well, it's been lovely talking to you all, but I guess I'm gonna have... I'm back. Somehow. Thank you, Tony, for unbanning me. That was a close one. Who knows what would have happened?
Oh, hi!
Myra Ostra, thank you very much for the follow. Consumed by the void. Right. With that in mind, since we've hit a new season, I wasn't necessarily planning on all of these streams lasting one season long, but each one has gone to about 3 or 4 hours, which feels like a reasonable stream length. So I'm going to end it here. If you joined during one of the raids and you've enjoyed what you've seen of this stream, do please consider following me so you can see when I get the next one, when I play more of this game. I'm going to be doing it, honestly, probably tomorrow, if I'm honest. Like, I want to vary up my stream schedule a bit more, but I'm also just cognizant of the... Thank you for the count-out, Purin. I'm also just cognizant that the Kickstarter has a limited amount of time, and so I want to get as much of the game played as I can while that's still going on. But I got the VODs are still available for the next 2 weeks or so. Let's call out Rebecca for all of her crimes. You know what? You'll never take me alive. You think you can beat me? I am a mod in like half of the chats you go into. Anyway. Yes, if you have enjoyed this stream, and I hope you have, I hope I've been doing something enjoyable, do please consider following so that you know when the next stream is. As I say, it'll probably be tomorrow, more Perfect Tides. But if Perfect Tides isn't your thing, I'm currently playing through Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door and Earthbound Beginnings, which others might know as Mother, the first game in the Earthbound series. And also a game called Enchanted Folk in the School of Wizardry. But no one fucking knows that game because it's not great. It's Animal Crossing with a school for magic without being as interesting as that premise sounds. I think this chat has half turned into a group sympathy session about... That's the thing. And I'm loving that, Snow Wraith. I'm loving that everyone is taking this chance to sort of get a little bit out, like, their memories of being a teenager and like, oh my god, I had this social media site and I was posting all over it and I was like, oh god, never again. And I love that. I love, because like that's part of what I love about the game is it's like, you know, sharing those memories that I don't know that I've necessarily intentionally repressed, but they're definitely things that resurfaced from playing through. So I love being able to chat against you guys, chat with you guys about all of that. Social media didn't exist until I was 27. I was created age 24. Whoa, we've got a lot to unpack there. I also like, but that's the thing. And this game will unearth some of that stuff. Like, there's a lot of things I can't relate with Mara on, honestly, but there's still plenty that I can. And it's a really well-written game. And I love the art. Anyway, all of that said, let's go and raid someone. Let's see who's around to receive this lovely group of people, to be in their chat, and watch them play some kind of goofy game of silly things. I'm good at words. Luna, how long have you been going? How long? I feel like Luna's not likely to be going for very much longer. But she's still technically live now, so we'll take this chance. Let's go say hi to Luna Mothwings, who is absolutely lovely. She's currently playing through Pokemon Emerald for the very first time. And she's just a really lovely, really chill streamer. Like, genuinely, of all the streams I've attended on Twitch, she has like one of the most soothing voices. It's just such a chill time. So yes, do please go show her your love. She is a wonderful person. And I hope to see a whole bunch of you back here, as I say, maybe tomorrow for more teenage horrors. Said you didn't get around to singing a song like you promised. I promised no such thing, Fizzy. You you stop spreading lies. Also, I probably did sing a song at some point. I sing things at times. Anyway, go say hi to Luna. She's great. And have a lovely rest of your evening. Bye-bye. I never know how long to leave after I say bye-bye, because I know there's a Steam delay that I have to account for. But how long is it? I don't know. A couple of seconds. Who gives a shit? Get out of here. Bye.